Let's see. Maybe save
We'll
some.
see.
Maybe destroy some. Alright. Let's do this. And we're running the pre-thing. Oh!
Meow, 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 meow.
Nope, wrong button. Wrong button. I am so... Hey, Internet, my name is Todd, and welcome back. Thanks for coming and joining us. If this is your first time out, we play some role-playing games here. Today we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, Yofin.
So many buttons.
So many buttons. You guys have no idea. I'll take a picture and stream it sometimes. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we got the crew just waiting. They're chomping at the bit to get back to hell. I am going to be the dungeon master tonight, and we're going to be playing some Descent into green screen. Descent into Avernus. And of course, you know, I realized the other day we took an incredibly morally ambiguous group and we dropped them into hell. I think the module is written for heroes. I don't know if you guys qualify as that. No offense. Anyway, so today we're going to be continuing an adventure. We're on episode 25, guys. 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so we're just going to go around the table real quick, do some introductions of people and characters, and then we'll do a quick recap. And then I'll drink some more coffee and we'll start the game for realsy. Gordon, how's it going, man? Oh, and don't forget to plug your thing.
Oh yeah, Gordon. In my spare time, I make board games, and I have an upcoming one called Lost Ones that's coming out on Kickstarter in the fall, probably around end of September, beginning of October. And thank you, Todd, for letting me plug that.
I want to play it on stream, actually. I think
we'll definitely play it on stream. It was actually showcased at Gen Con Online. In a smaller convention last week, and we'll be at Spiel as well. So they have Tabletop Simulator with not the whole game, but about probably the first quarter that could be played.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and in this campaign, I play Fenris, the resident shadow sorcerer.
Yes, he's twisted, darkened past, but a nugget of goodness and shadow and all that. Or are you just throwing in the towel and just being like, what up, I murdered people?
You know what? I've been walking the line. Fenris has been doing, some good things, some morally maybe not so good things, but in his mind, he has reasons for doing some of those things.
Justified murder.
Absolutely. We do have an entourage of refugee people in some variety. So, we haven't killed them yet. We're probably fine.
We haven't fed them to anything. Oh, well, not while they're alive. Anyway, that brings us over to Darcy. Oh, got the wrong screen going. Go for it.
What? I only thought about it and didn't do that. I'm Darcy. You can find me at twitch.tv/DarcyBits. On Wednesdays I run. Well, I don't run actually. I'm playing a Blades and Dark show. Check that out Wednesdays, 8 o'clock. It's good. In this game, I play Felicia Tatander, who is a Sverfneblin druid, and is, we talk about being morally ambiguous. I think she's more just like indifferent.
Morally indifferent.
Yeah, you just, okay. I mean, I wouldn't call her a hero, but
I would love an animated GIF if you can make this happen. Darcy also does our art, so all the character art is Darcy, with the exception of a couple things from Pixabay and of course the module itself. But I'm putting in a request right now for the first time on live. You can say no if you want to, but then you're gonna make our viewers sad. I want if you can make it happen, an animated mimic just chomping away on something, just like a hand sticking out, and I think that'd be so cool. I would use that on all the instas.
That sounds good.
All right. So coming around the table, we got Bela. Hey, Bela. Ooh, very nice background, very rangery.
Hey, with my not so rangery chair. Hello, everybody. I'm Bela. I don't have anything to plug. I play Darmita, who is a fallen Aasimar, and I still maintain, even though Fenris is walking a line, I really still maintain that Darmita is probably the most ambiguous of the group.
She certainly has the body count.
She really enjoys killing, like something fierce. And yeah, she's definitely having some moral dilemmas here with her mom and what's going on with her mom and protecting this old man. And
yeah, so you've got a crazed old man who's lost his memory, has some connection to the celestial in you and saw that in you. You've got your mom who you fought, the undead version, and now you find yourself in hell, and perhaps you'll find more about her here.
I think she's comfortable here.
It's a little hot. And of course, we've got Trent. Hey, Trent.
Hey, I am playing Benkuhm Telote, a level 10 barbarian. I stand at the precipice of hell, holding the sword of the Hidden Lord, or the HL, as I call him.
Sword of the Hidden Lord, yeah.
I pledged myself to this sword after entering these accursed places. You guys would notice at this point, I think I still have my Hat of Disguise attuned. And Benkuhm doesn't notice, but he's like changing his features psychologically in his head to fit more like a devil. So his skin is like more rough and like scaly, and his face looks more weathered, like maybe even tinged with like red from his typical gray Goliath skin.
Yeah, the reddish tattoos are kind of spreading.
I hope kind of blend in from the skin to the tattoos is almost what I think I'm going for.
Very cool.
But it's slight. I have this thing where I'm just kind of looking. The way we open with our like opening credits is I look out into the distance and I look at Felice and I say, so Felice, do you have any? Because I want to introduce you to the Hidden Lord, and it's like whoosh, it disappears into the darkness, and that's my promo for the Hidden Lord, everybody.
Nice. And of course,
What?
yeah, your mic just cut out as you were introducing you the Hidden Lord to Felice. Could you just do that one more time for us? For the people in the cheap seats.
We're looking over like the hellscape, Felice, and I just look down and it's like, you know, you're short, I'm tall. I just say, so do you know what it's like to like have friends, Felice? Cut out again?
No, I'm just waiting for Felice's
I wasn't
response.
sure if that you were waiting for a response or not, because it didn't seem like it was last time. So I assumed you could have, but I guess not.
No.
This is a great bit. We're doing a great job here.
Yeah.
I just mean,
I would normally cut to credits right now, but you know, our work here is done, folks.
Nailed
See
it.
you next week.
This
All right.
episode is brought to you by the
Lord.
The Hidden Lord. Have
Chill.
you met the Hidden Lord and Unsavior? Oh. All right. So, welcome to Hell. We've been here for a little while, just long enough to figure out you got to get across the floating city to the other side, get into the High Hall, which you have now done. You are now up in probably the most defendable spot within the city, but unfortunately it is breached. It was breached just prior to your arrival there. In fact, you kind of came upon the vanguard, or it came upon you as you were approaching the keep proper. You fight your way into the keep. You then intrigue and sneak your way through into this massive cathedral. It would normally be beautiful and or intimidating and or terrifying, depending on how well you get along with, I don't know, Pellar. Just going to pause and look over at Fenris for a second. Anyway, so you've made your way to the keep. You've entered the keep, the citadel itself, and are exploring it. You had a throwdown, and now you have just discovered a secret entrance leading downwards. As you stare at this open palm altar, the base of the palm has a small doorway that's opened up within it, allowing passage. You stand and look. Felice just a bit further north of you. Everyone else is otherwise in the same room. And this small half-elven druid comes walking out of the side chamber, calling out meekly and being like, "Hello? Hello? You're not one of those devil things, are you?"
I kind of just look at the druid. What do I see? What does this half-elven druid look like?
Let me jump in. It's a male, and a male half-elven druid. You might not pick up the druid part immediately, but Felice definitely recognized that it is a druid and drew a druidic symbol as she continued her scout. You spot them. They have been hiding out. Hold on, I'll do this in caricature if I can. Hold on. Wait. Hello, my name is Selton. I was here when they attacked. I had to hide, play dead. Are you from here? Where can we go? There might be more of them. They look. Sorry, go ahead.
We're not from here. We're trapped here too, and we're trying to get out.
Oh, okay. I believe. Oh, you found it. Yes, there are others hiding below in the catacombs. I've been trying to keep them good. And he holds out a hand, and you see a withered old little blueberry-looking thing. You recognize it. Your own druid has given you these. It's a good berry. But this one, if you've ever seen a good berry look old, this one is. And you see the crumpled remains of a broken old bit of mistletoe almost turned to ash in their hand next to it. And they're like, I came up looking for more. It's hard to find.
I will take out a bit of mistletoe from my pack.
Oh.
And give it to him.
Oh, bless you. Oh, this is many sprigs. This will feed many people. Thank you. What is your name?
I'm Darmita.
Thank you, Darmita. I'm Selton Obranch. I was studying here and then there was chaos and an attack, and then it was quiet for a little while, and now the devils came kicking in the doors, and it's too much.
Sultan, let's cut to the part where you tell us what's beneath the catacombs, because there are still devils around here. We've killed a bunch of them, but there are more. Do you know what's down there? We noticed a little bit of the signs that there could be fighting down there.
I had to play dead when they attacked up here and the defenders fell, but I think that some of the devils went down there. I believe they found the entrance, and then and the imps closed it after them, laughing, and I had to keep my eyes shut and lay. I've only been here for about half an hour before you got, maybe 15 minutes before you got here. But
okay, is there a safe room, or is down there the only place for us?
Down there was the safest. It was well hidden until we came up, and I guess those blasted imps saw us when we came up. They can turn invisible, and I didn't think to look for them. So, we've got many refugees, and he looks over towards Archibald and the rest of the refugees who are now within the curtain room. Um, more mouths to feed, but you are all welcome here. I'm not a leader, but I've been trying to keep people healthy. There are a few who are guarding down there, but our stealth was our best defense, and I'm afraid.
So does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well,
Not really.
I only know a little ways. I've been down there for a few days, but I haven't explored fully. Most of the people are hidden in the proper crypts. There's a bit more room there to spread out. But some of the other rooms, the paladin, they said we probably shouldn't explore too much.
So is your leader down there, or like the paladins down there?
Most of the guards we had left are here, and he points to the dead bodies. There are a few down there that know how to defend, but most of them have fallen here. They're away. They're with the commander on a mission to get more of this, and holds up the mistletoe and smiles at Darmita.
Well, Fenris, looks like we have to go down.
Ooh,
All right. The entry. Hold on. The entryway extends before you, extending down a flight and then kind of splitting and ending at a wall and splitting around, wrapping around. It would be a good defense point if you had to. You look down and you can actually see some of the walls are smeared with blood. Looks fresh on the walls, like handprints, clawed handprints. They're dragged along. You can see where the claws have scratched a bit of the stone at the base of the stairs. I'm assuming you're all heading down, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. What's your marching order?
Is my Pass Without a Trace still up? I can't remember from
It
last.
is.
You hunters marked.
Oh,
Right.
you did. You
So
did.
your pass without a trace is gone.
But my Hunter's Mark is up.
It's up.
Absolutely.
And you used the 8-hour version, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, that's right. So you can track, although it hasn't been assigned, when it is assigned, you'll be able to track really well. All right. So you guys are heading below, yeah?
yeah. I'll go up in the front
Okay.
to kind of go ahead a little bit and see if I can weed out or kind of figure out where the devils are.
All right. Who's next?
So I would say, like, maybe similar to what we normally do. Like, Darmita's up front, then Benkuhm, and then me, and then Felice. If
Oh,
you
we got
guys,
2 Benkuhms.
yeah, if you guys
Oh my
feel
God.
anything differently, but I'll probably want to bring the druid as a guide,
Sure.
and then maybe Archibald and the rest kind of stay up here.
Sure. When you ask Seltern to head with you, they kind of flinch and look down. And they went. All right. You can see him visibly steel himself. He's not much of an adventurer if you had to take a read on him, but
We just need you to point us in the right way, and we'll take care of it.
Absolutely. So the rest of the refugees and Archibald takes up the rear?
I think they would stay up here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We talked about it before. I don't know what we decided.
Yeah.
I'd say outside of the shot, right? Like, Felice has not been in this shot, right? Of talking to the druid.
Oh, right, yeah.
Outside of the shot, we're hearing, like, this sort of muffled chewing noise, probably.
Oh.
And then, like, unless people react to that, as, like, you push open this door and start to walk down, you probably hear Felice, who was previously a hyena, his voice come from, like, the side saying something like, "Oh, are you heading off? You found something? I'll be a moment. I'll catch up. Don't worry."
What's over there, Felice?
Oh, I was just taken in by all these. Were they paintings or were they like?
There
stained
are
glass?
paintings,
What are they?
there's murals,
Yeah.
there's sculptures. The whole place is incredibly beautiful. Even
just
just
want
the
to take a little
woodwork.
bit longer to investigate what is everything looks like up here.
Fuck.
The magic is hard to pin down. I'd like to take a moment.
Okay,
Go on
so
ahead.
Benkuhm walks up and turns around the corner. What does Benkuhm see, Felice?
So first of all, I am not 10 feet wide. That's
right.
an important point.
You shrink back down now.
But I am like wearing this like sort of off purple breastplate, which you can see me in this before, even though I don't think we mentioned it to Trent yet. And there's like a mouth in the front of it that's trying to chew at a body. One of the dead bodies that we found here, like some guard. And I think probably I have like a small knife that I found on one of the guards, and I'm like filleting the arm and feeding it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
To like assist with the eating procedure, because it's can't get a full bite because it's not a big chest, it's only like this thin.
Benkuhm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
walk
go
up.
ahead.
I say, what are you doing? Not like that. And I pull out the Hidden Lord greatsword, and I just like break this guy down into nice little pizza bagels for
So you're busy actually it's more like wonder breading this fallen guard who was once a defender of this temple, who has been killed by devils, but
Thank you.
Benkuhm, with each hack, you get this rush, this elation, and yet a tinge of sadness, and it's almost like you get this feeling like, oh, this could feel even better, but it'll do.
when I cut that guy, I shout, I'm Benkuhm of the world!
You guys all hear that through the echoing hallways as you're about to literally, Darmita's already down.
I would actually like to take some time to look around a bit, though. To be honest, don't want to slow anyone else down. And in fact, and I think I'll start to actually try and take off the mimic, and so that they're not being worn while eating, and then they can eat in peace while I go do some stuff.
Can you do a dexterity saving check for me?
Sure. Yeah, totally. Time to put you down. Set you down? Whatever. Where's my sheet? Too many sheets. Dexterity save?
Yes, please.
Whoa.
4.
The mimic is feasting right now, and it is not too... It's a bit like feeding a horse. It doesn't always look at its own mouth.
Yeah, totally.
So you definitely get a finger caught in there as it is chomping away. I'm just looking up the damage you're about to take. So it bites you.
Very good.
Pretty harshly.
Careful.
You take 7 points of piercing damage and 4 points of acid damage from the bite on your hand. It's tooth prints all across the back.
All right.
I say to Felice,
That's 11.
whoa, a portable mouth? You can eat when you're not eating? How do you do that?
Smartest man
It's
in the
not for
party.
me. In fact, I'm a little tempted, but I'll hold back from eating myself.
I outstretch my hand to Felice. Not that if she was maybe if she was knocked on the ground from the mimic or whatever, pick her up from the dex save.
Mhm.
But I kind of she gets bit by the mimic. I kind of grab at her and I turn the cut and I stare at the blood really creepily, and say, flesh and bones. Felice, we're heading down. We're gonna kill some stuff. Personally, I don't care about these refugees. But I think that if we're gonna kill some stuff, honestly, it's the greatest thrill I can share. And you've had my back. And I kind of let go of your arm. And I have yours, but we're gonna leave these fucking stupid people here, and we're gonna have to come back upstairs anyways, so check out that stuff then. But let's go kill some stuff.
All right, and with that, Felice, you're gonna just hang it up here, or you're gonna tag along?
Well, I mean, I've been offered to come with, right?
Yeah.
And so I think I reply something like, "Well, I would not stand in your way of killing some stuff. There's no reason for me to slow you down. Feel free."
Felice, remember that one time? Like right before we came into hell and you climbed that wall and you solved that book and you read the pictures of the words or whatever the heck those are. See, I beat Darmita's zombie mom back to undeath. But you solved Darmita's zombie mom to undeath.
I'm not entirely sure if that's what happened, but I'll take the compliment. Thank you.
We need you.
The massive Goliath standing above her with this two-handed, blood-drenched, two-handed sword.
All right.
Stands over this tiny gnome.
Let me see if I can collect some of the bits, and I'll scoop some bits up into some sort of, I don't know,
You got a pouch.
into like someone's trousers or something and carry it like a bag.
Sure. Actually, the body itself had a little pouch, so you could stuff
Sure.
some in there.
All right, let's go, Badabadokota.
Okay,
That's,
so you guys rejoin the rest of the group, although you are now
Insane.
at the very back. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so you guys descend down into the catacombs. The going is fairly straightforward. You're being very, very stealthy. Can I get a stealth check from everybody? Unfortunately, no pass without trace this time.
For sure.
Stealth check, huh? Sure, I could do those.
If you want to.
I'm great at those. Can I say it's a stone environment?
It is a stone environment. It's worked stone,
Okay.
but it is stone. It's underground.
There is no wording that says it has to be natural. I double checked that last time.
Oh,
So
they're
I will
natural.
take advantage because I look like I'm made of stone effectively. Where is my stealth? Right, it's not marked. That's why I can't find it. Okay, 9. Good. I love that advantage.
Love of 9 is good for you.
Oh, jeez.
Was it good for you?
Average.
Yes, I'm one of those characters that's very reliant on being able to cast it fast with a trace. And probably I should have, but I didn't.
And Bela, you have that 18. You are a ghost. Archibald stays back, and the old man starts walking away, wandering off, peeking through the curtains behind Archie that Fenris was at, and
Seems bad.
Archibald pulls him back, drags him back by the back of his little robe, and says, "All right, old man, you stay here, all right. The rest of you, sit down. I'll keep an eye on these ones. If anything happens, I'll be right behind you, with or without them. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys
Well, at least. Yeah.
you guys descend down and go around the switchback, and you enter into probably about a 25-foot little section of hallway that then ends with a sconce. The underground is actually fairly well lit. It's dim, but like it's atmospheric, but it's got these torches that are flashing, and you realize after a few seconds, oh, this is a magic torch. It's a continual light burning on this torch. The hallway extends left, right, and there is a small alcove directly ahead of you with some more steps descending down. So you can go left, right, or straight ahead.
I will, I'd like to listen
Sure. Do a perception check.
more of the shouting and the fighting, because we had just heard that. And I'm trying to discern which direction.
Sure, you were the first one down, so ahead sounds very quiet. Go ahead and roll perception. That one you get for free.
While you're doing that,
And
can
there's
I
a
ask, how
very
are these
dim
little sconces, the fiery things?
Yep.
For advantage, could I help her?
You were the way back, so unfortunately, no, not right now. So in just 1 second, I'll come back to that, Darcy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Because you're kind of towards the back anyway. So Bela, you hear off and to the off and to the right, you can hear. Well, it's hard to get a pin down of exactly where you're hearing sounds from. It echoes around in these stone chambers. But somewhere kind of back, and it sounds like it's to your left, but it also could be coming from the right. And what you hear is, no, stop.
All right.
A few seconds later, you also hear.
Is this the right?
It sounds like it's a little bit closer to your left side.
Oh, okay. I was pinging on.
Sorry. I will drag you to the correct map if you wish. I don't want to reveal.
Yeah, we're still
too
in
much.
upstairs, so.
So yeah, let me make sure it's not going to reveal everything first, though. Yay, roll 20. I like roll 20, but it's still taking me a while to figure out how to make it work.
100%.
Okay. I will go toward the left then,
Sure.
but I'm gonna scooch up a little bit, just to scout ahead.
Absolutely. All right, just 1 sec. I'm going to drag you guys over there. You'll be able to see the map. We're not going to stick necessarily to, we talked last week about we don't always need battle maps, but when you're exploring a dungeon, they help. So, 1 second here as I drag y'all in there, and I'll point out exactly where you can see.
Yeah, as usual, it started blank.
Yeah.
There it is, thank you. Very nice.
All right, so go ahead and put yourselves kind of in the middle there.
All right. Trent, did you get access to the Benkuhm sheet? You did. Okay, great.
I did.
You're gonna need to add my token because I cannot.
Oh, weird. Okay, just a sec. Ma'am.
Alright, if I was coming down the stairs last, I'll probably be up here.
Where's that?
Yeah, these are wider stairs than I realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of switch back around. I just skipped that bit.
I would be right about here, looking down the hallways.
Sorry, I just have to find Darmita. There. Come on.
I'm walking very casually. Now, you talked about making stealth rolls, and like that did not occur to Felice at all.
Well, does
I'm just walking. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
We should
Probably
probably
the
place
occasional little
the druid
crunching
near
noise.
me.
Oh, right.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Let me go back and grab that from the previous map. Oh, roll 20 is great, except every once in a while it kind of grinds to a bit of a halt.
Just use some of my movement to jump in front of Fenris over there.
Sure.
Oh,
Just jump down the stairs. It just loops around.
I think
He's
that is
pretending
our
he's a
marching order.
ninja with all the subtlety of that. All right, there's
So-
the druid, and just for kicks, I'm gonna let you control him there. Gord, if I can make that
Sure.
happen. I don't know if I can. I don't know how. Oh, controlled by. Nope, not letting me. So you just have to tell me. All right, so Darmita, you heard it kind of the closer echo. It echoed from both sides, but you can hear it from here. Ahead of you, down those steps over here, was quite quiet.
Okay.
There is a very slight glow from each from down the steps. Otherwise, these little things are torches.
Yeah, I'll tell Fenris and everybody hold up, and I'm just because I can see with you said it was pretty light down here, but I've also got my 60 feet dark vision. So I'm going to go up to the edge of the hall where I see that it kind of branches off. And I'm going to try to stay as much in the shadow along the wall as I can, to knowing that I can cloak myself easier
Absolutely.
that way. And I can't move myself, so...
Oh, I'm just switching that right now. There you go. You should have access now.
So I'm just going to go the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet here, and I'm just going to poke my head left and then right.
Sure. So extending in both directions, you see, let me just reveal it on the map and then I'll also describe. So twisting tunnels extend in both ways. You can see some stairs descending down, ever down. It extends to the end of there, and to the right, it ends in, there are 2 staircases heading down, and then a branch off to the right, and off to your left, there is 1 staircase heading down, branching to the right, and a corner. It probably makes more sense in the visual feed if you're watching this, but if you're in the audio podcast, sorry.
So do I, because I thought I heard the noise come from right around here.
No.
Brutal.
You heard that sound from from your perspective from the left side. Yeah.
Okay. But I don't see anything.
No.
All right, I'm going to go back again to...
Is it assumed like we were all just kind of waiting for you to go do stuff and come back, or like?
Had said, yeah, that I had asked everybody to wait.
Okay.
While I to scout ahead, and
I would otherwise meander.
yeah,
That's
it wasn't
fine.
far.
Yeah, by all means, guys, if she's away and you guys want to play.
I will
Yes.
risk that I'm hearing something, and maybe it sounds like somebody just got eaten. Dude,
Okay.
we get-
Well, this is much more elaborate of a dungeon than I was expecting. Basement? What do you call down here? Catacombs?
It's called the catacombs. We've been
Did you
sheltering
Oh,
here.
hello!
Oh, yes. You're the hyena, yes?
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't very talkative before. I don't really, never got the hang of, it feels weird. I don't like it.
It is all right.
Speaking like that, I mean, not being one.
In a way, I was glad to see someone who has similar practices. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
So I kind of take a look at the 2 casters and kind of put a finger a bit here, like shh, and I'm gonna say let's either take us to your friends, or we can set a trap here.
My friends, we're this way, and he points off to
the
the
left?
right side. Pardon me.
Oh.
Right side, actually.
Okay.
We're saving his friends.
Actually, he points directly. He kind of indicates that it's this way, down the opposite direction that Darmita scouted.
Huh.
He looks back at you expectantly and kind of clutching the mistletoe to his chest. Says, "You'll be most welcome. Let's go." And he kind of walks eagerly ahead, kind of almost forgetting himself for a moment, as though a person very familiar with the terrain.
I actually want to do an insight check.
Sure.
When he says that, because I'm a bit suspicious of his intentions.
Sure.
Natural 20, 22.
I would love to take you aside and do like a whisper message. I'm gonna kick everybody else out. No, it's okay. We'll just say,
there is a way. Actually, you can do that.
I could do that, but I'm not gonna bother. You get this momentary look and suspicion of like, maybe this is a devil in disguise, or maybe this is, and you look at him, and for a second, as his back is turned, you're like, oh, this is definitely. And he turns around and he looks so earnest, and he's got like sweat and blood smear on him, and he turns around and he's clutching this mistletoe, and it's the way he's holding to the mistletoe that really makes you think this is someone who eats food and desperately wants to be able to use this to feed other people. He hasn't even eaten the good berry that he offered to you guys. You can tell that although this is a very trying place for anyone. He seems to be very earnest about getting back to these people and helping these people. As far as you can tell.
Okay. I'm mainly concerned about being led into a trap.
He doesn't seem to have any kind of ulterior motive in wanting to go this way, just that it's the way he's familiar with.
Okay, lead the way.
All right. He leads you. You guys are going to have to move to keep up. You guys have control of all your characters, yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
you can.
Now, Felice, as you're walking by,
Blindside for
you
a bit,
eyeball
'cause-
the torches. You could, if you worked at it for a while, you might be able to pry out one of those torches.
I was really wondering if they were like high enough for me to even reach. Is really what I was getting at when I first mentioned
You couldn't, but with a little help, you
Okay.
probably could. All
Great.
right.
At least she needs light.
I need them, so I would need to take one of the.
I will just on one of your either your weapon or on a rock again. I will cast light for the two of you.
Okay,
For me?
you can cast.
Or who's the other you?
It's on my back.
It's just Benkuhm, right?
For Benkuhm.
Half elves can also see.
I can.
Well, for Lisa and for Benkuhm.
I have 120.
Oh, you? I thought you said you couldn't see.
I thought he couldn't see.
No, I was just looking at them.
A free magic item if you could pry it off the wall.
Yeah, I mean,
Do
good stuff there.
you want to spend the time to do it, or get
no,
help
but
to
I
do
like in this like walking montage. I'm like looking at all the different the construction of this place. Is this like a wet mildewy dungeon? Is it like rocks and there's like mold and grime and stuff I can look at?
It's actually pretty well cared for. I mean, right
Cool.
now there is evidence of foot traffic, and there's some smeared blood on the walls in a few places, and droplets. It looks like somebody who's been wounded did come this way. But otherwise, this place seems well cared for. It's underground. There are some dirt in the corners, but it does look like it's been swept fairly recently.
Cool. Yeah, we probably have like this idle, this sort of like side shot as we're walking through, where I like swipe a little bit of blood off the wall and sniff it and try and see what, like, if it's human or whatever, and it's just like a little side
Yeah,
vignette,
absolutely.
as we're walking.
Sure. So Seltern gets to the end of the hall and almost goes walking through, and Benkuhm kind of hustles up behind and like pauses them. Then they look both ways and they're like, "Oh, good, thank you." And then he keeps on walking to the left and down this way to the left, and almost beelining it, just eager to get home in a way. As they get into this section here, it visibly opens up, and now as you guys enter that hall just behind, as they kind of beeline through to the larger area, you can definitely hear some cries from kind of back the other way, back kind of towards the left side, so past where Felice is currently standing. You hear some more yelling. There's not much to see, but I will reveal it anyway. It's more just twisting halls.
Gotta get that map completion. Come on.
Yeah, of course. Gonna have to do all the side quests. Hey.
What's down the bottom?
Oh, sure, Felice. Well, you can make out that there is a crypt of sorts down that way.
Ooh.
And it extends that way. What do we do? Where's my descriptor? Where's my descriptor? Yeah, Felice is totally gonna go wandering and get lost for a while in down here. It's so big. The druid pauses, seeing that not everybody's with them, and turns around and says, "They're just this way. We've been staying in the main crypt." And it visibly opens up. I see Benkuhm is hustling over that way, so it opens up into this very large chamber.
Well lit.
It is pretty well lit, actually, with the sconces. The first thing that you notice, it's a very large area. You can see bedrolls and blankets and cloaks, and you can see a few people huddled in corners, Benkuhm. He's the only one who... Oh, and Fenris behind, who made it that far as Felice goes exploring. And the druid kind of walks forward and goes, "Oh, hello? Hello? Is everyone all right?" And you see, as you enter, it's home to over 100 frightened people. They cower behind sarcophagi, in the alcoves. Their eyes are red. Their cheeks are stained with tears. They're sunken skin, and they're very bedraggled humans and elves, half-elves, a few dwarves. This is the last refuge of the people of Elturel. Standing in front of them is in front of a large kind of fountain. Is a haggard-looking woman with gray hair, matted with sweat. In one arm, she's clutching this book, and in the other hand, she holds this ceremonial mace that really, it looks like it would shatter if it hit anything harder than a pillow. And she calls out to the rest of, seeing and hearing Seltern, and then seeing Benkuhm's massive devil-like body. She calls out, "Stay back, devil! You won't get these people without a fight."
What?
Well, that's all I have to hear. I go Russian.
She was yelling at Benkuhm.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, I thought you were saying you were going to shoot her.
Oh,
Threatened Benkuhm. I misunderstood everything that happened. Wow.
I totally did too.
Bow ready to shoot at it.
She's like, "Get behind me!" She shoves this little tiny kid away from her and like braces herself and kind of clutches. She's clutching the book to her chest.
Hello.
Felice comes walking around the corner.
What's on here?
She opens one eye and then the other, and stops swinging the mace. So she was swinging blindly. And the other 100 people in the room are just holding their breath, standing back and like just terrified. What do you want to do?
There was nothing back there. I took a look at the another crypt, but you said this is the main crypt. Hello, everyone.
Not so loud.
Wow. Oh. You really know how to make a room afraid.
I suppose so. The witch aesthetic sometimes throws people off.
Seltern steps up beside Benkuhm and waves at this woman holding the mace and the book and says, It's all right. They're not devils." She's like, "Are you sure?" He looks at you all again, as if with new eyes, and is like, I think so." Takes half a step back from Benkuhm.
Can I ask a question based on like what we're literally seeing on the map? Because it might not be accurate, so I want to confirm.
Sure.
Is she wearing a mask, or is she like a goblin? What's going on?
I couldn't tell. Hold on a moment. That icon is a weird one. Hold on.
I mean, where did you get it? Right, it's from the module.
It's just from the module. So let me turn the page and I'll describe her.
Yeah, what's the description say? What do we see?
All right. All right. So, standing between you and what she thought, between the people who are hiding there and what is probably certain death, is a lone acolyte. She doesn't tell what race she is, but that looks like she's a half-orc or something. That's a weird little icon. That's very strange. I don't know why they did that. I just assumed it was a little old lady by the description. There was
Little
no actual... No, just a little old half-orc lady.
Maybe.
Sure.
Half-orcs are cool. It's fine. Yeah, you can be a half-orc.
And she steps forward at this point, seeing that you guys aren't imminently attacking. She hasn't lowered the mace yet. She looks at you, looks at Seltern, and approaches and says, "Well, all right. If you're not going to kill us, maybe you can... We don't have much, but we have water. Here, you look at the fountain behind her, and it's just got this tiny little trickle of water. It looks like it's kind of running low, and people have been drinking it a lot. You can smell the refuse in the corner. They've been here for a little while. She walks forward. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna mutter something random. Doesn't matter. Go.
Okay, little half-orc lady. No, we're not devils, but there are devils down here. Do you have any idea where they may be?
I don't know. Why do I always do the same damn voice? Sorry. Hey, she's
They're
a
quite
half-orc.
formidable combatants.
She's a half-orc. Yeah, I don't know, but we heard them from there and thought you were them. But if you're not... Are you from Elturel? Are you with the commander?
No and no. But we are from Taldore,
Oh,
and we found our way down here as well.
all right. You're welcome if you wish. Oh, God, I hope the commander comes back soon.
Who is this commander?
One of the paladins of Pelor. One of the few left alive. And, well, they've been... Most of the leadership was wiped out. I'm back to my other voice again. Sorry, folks. Back to my other voice again. I'm just confused. Most of the
I do let her
leadership
know
was
that I
wiped
look
out.
visibly unhappy when she said Paladin of Pelor.
She's wearing a symbol. Do a perception check for me.
Okay.
I'll take some time to look at these torches while conversation is happening.
Absolutely.
See if I can get any to do the same thing, I assume.
You can, yep. You could pry one out if you want to. Or just leave it.
22.
22. Okay. The symbol that they are wearing is the older symbol. Not the Eye of Pelor, but the Pelor.
Okay.
You've got one of those in your collection. And it's actually,
The feminine version?
it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. The commander went to find more supplies. And, I don't know why all my half-orcs have to be male, I'm sorry. And, we haven't seen them in a few days. But we're holding out as best we can. If you have any wounded, we'll do what we can. Make them comfortable. If you...
We have some more refugees at the top of these catacombs, but it's not safe here. They know you're down here.
At the mention of more refugees, this quick flash of like, oh, more people are alive. And then like, oh. You see this kind of almost worried look pass over her after a momentary flash of joy.
It'd be so much easier if they were all dead. Ah.
With your perception, you could tell that that was a, more mouths to feed. She nods and says, well, if you can stay and stop any of those. At which point, you hear from behind you somewhere, you hear yet another.
Behind us?
I turn.
Pretty far away, but it is back the way you came, echoing down the hall.
Right, yeah. Corners and stuff. We can't see anything.
With that 22, you hear this sound, this scratching sound. Sorry for anybody who was listening too closely and that was too loud. You hear this.
That's fine.
Claws on stonework. Getting closer and closer from down this hallway.
Right. Bela, Benkuhm, we should set a trap.
I believe it was Miss McButtons, I believe. Boom Boom McButtons, I believe? Is that what Archie came up with? Sorry, not Archie. Dang, I messed up there. Rose Bomb. Something like that? I forgot.
Seltern literally stands behind the tiny gnome as though to hide and wait.
Yes, Dandy Rose Bomb. I'm Anti-80s. You're Fenris. He's Boom Boom McButtons, and you're
Oh,
Bela.
yes. Oh, that's right. Boom Boom McButtons and Bela. Oh, okay.
And the half-orc steps forward in front of Benkuhm, readies her mace, and looks up and says, "My name is Farah. Welcome to the High Hall. I hope our stay can be longer than the next 5 minutes."
So, are we? I look at Fenris. Do you want to set a trap here with
Well,
the people?
no. If you can scout it and see if we have time, we could make our way back to the stairs and draw them in.
Okay.
But I don't know how close. I'm hearing scratching along the walls.
All right, so Bela
I'm good.
and anybody else who's going to be part of this ambush party makes their way back towards the slightly wider landing spot at the base of where the stairs descended.
Yeah, like basically, I'm thinking like, this is going down or up, like where I'm at right now.
Those stairs go up.
Those stairs go up.
Those
so like
stairs go
basically,
up. Almost every other stair in the place goes down.
okay. So basically, if we're kind of back here, like if we kind of travel just around the corner,
And you get there without any. It doesn't appear to be whatever's making that clawing sound is still further along that tunnel, taking its time. You can hear these loud shuffles. Sorry, go ahead, Bela.
In the original direction I had gone?
Because of the echoing, it could have been either way, but it was from the left side of the map.
Okay.
okay.
So anybody else going with Fenris, or should I just?
I am.
Okay, so you guys, and I'm assuming everybody's over there. You make it there, no problem. But you do, as you get there, you hear the claw marks, and you also hear some scraping stone on stone sounds and the large thump.
It's coming down from stairs.
These are actually coming down this. Sorry, the sounds are coming from down this hall, but they echo around and come down the other, the north hall as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna minor illusion.
Sure.
And so I basically want a minor illusion, kind of whimpering, like similar to what I heard before.
Sure.
But
First kid we saw.
Yeah, basically, but just towards like this center area.
Absolutely. So you guys hear this child? Give us a sample there, Gord.
It's like like little mewling, just basically around where Felice is right now.
Okay, perfect. It appears that Felice is mewling and making whimpery noises. The devil. Sorry, go ahead, Bela.
There's somewhere, is there like along the walls? It looks like there's a bit of a shadow. Can I duck into said shadow and try to hide myself?
The best place to get some level of dimness would be down these stairs, which when you first entered were straight ahead. That doesn't appear to be terribly well lit. Otherwise, there's a lot of torches in this particular room.
You think we could put out these torches? I mean, they're magical in nature, but maybe that means they don't go out naturally.
Can we try?
You could cover them, and it wouldn't burn.
Let's do that.
All right. So you pull out I don't know, something extra like a bit of bedroll or something, and throw it over the torch, and it blocks the light. And so you do that to both of those torches in that little nook. You also see what's further down the stairs. It extends into a small alcove, and at the end of which there seems to be a body resting on a, almost looking like stone, resting on a raised platform it seems very calm down that. Very
Oh, look.
almost serene.
But right now I'm gonna basically, when I know he's drawing something out, so I'm basically going to wait until I have eye vision of them in this area, and I'm readying.
Absolutely. So after after what feels like several long minutes, this growling sound, you hear a dragging sound and a kind of a devilish chuckle, and that scratching sound as as this devil sound kind of explores further up and down, and then finally you hear it stop at the end of this intersection and pause and look into where this whimpering sound is. Give us a persuasion check there, Fenris, or deception,
Persuasion check.
or performance, whichever one you want.
You know what? I will go with deception.
Sure.
Several minutes, huh? Wow.
It felt that way. It wasn't
Ooh,
actually.
not great, but 16.
All right. Oh, my map is jumping all over the place. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so you hear the footsteps stop at the end of that intersection, and you can just... There's a pause, what feels like a long pause, and then the scraping, dragging sound continues, but this time towards you. As you look, this devil steps into the light. It is it's a medium size. And uno momento. It looks almost like a twisted version of armor. It's like corrupted plate mail in a way, but instead of smooth plates, the surfaces have faces and mouths, and the body is hunched and twisted, and you see this. It's carrying. It's got a cloak, and the metal of the armor actually moves ever so slightly, as though it's got extra faces and mouths in it, and these well-muscled but hunched figure as a devil comes along, dragging a large halberd along, just almost carelessly along the ground behind it as it walks in.
What's the helmet situation if it's just like a suit of armor?
It's not a suit of armor. You can see these
Right, but like it kind of looks like that. Yeah.
It does, and the faceplate is actually this full mask of almost like this weird withered old man babyish kind of face that's stuck in the armor, and its eyes are definitely aware, but it appears to be mostly made out of metal.
Ugh, that's creepy.
Does it have any horns?
It does have kind of large protrusions where its pauldrons were, but it's like the body has sunken inside the armor, and it's just plodding forward.
Great.
Bela, you've done a lot of devil hunting. Can you roll a history check or arcana check?
Well, they're pretty much the same, so I guess I'll go with history.
Sure.
They both suck. Normal roll, I'm assuming?
Yeah, no, it's a favorite enemy, so you'd have advantage. Gotta have something as a ranger. Come on.
I mean, not that, but
Ooh,
you should.
9. Wow.
Sorry, what was that?
That was a B.
It's a 9.
Ooh,
It's-
that sucks. So you don't recognize what kind of devil this is.
No.
But it is definitely fiendish in nature. You get that for free. And
Well, that I kind of figured.
it does not sound like it was alone, but this is definitely the first one in the area. I think you can see the name of that, or no?
Wait, we can't even see it. Is it? Oh, it came from the other direction. I wasn't even looking over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, neither was I.
I was looking north because that's where you said the sound was coming from.
Oh, sorry. Well, the sound
Cool.
kind of echoes from all sides, but it is.
Yeah, no. Let me roll a perception check. Oh, got a 1. All right, cool. Yeah, I thought it was coming from the other direction. I
You
bet
hear
Felice did
another
too.
dragging kind of that halberd not too far behind as these things come kind of pseudo marching, lurching up the way. There's 2, then a 3rd, and a 4th.
You know, I hear them getting closer, but I don't see anything yet. I'm like looking down like the northern
first
hall.
2 have now reached
trying
the
to see
light.
something.
I just want to stay in the darkness, and
They go
I wanna
walking
wait.
in and looking around for this source of this sound, and you hear them. The first one turns and like, its mouth opens and it makes some sounds, but it is not language. It's almost this weird metallic muffled sound.
Yofin said,
So
One
it's
of them
not,
has a stutter.
Infernal or anything like that.
Nice.
It's like something trying to speak, but it's crushed windpipe in a metal mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like Bane on a bad day.
Okay. I mean, as long as they don't notice me, I would probably just let them all come in to see how many there are.
Sure.
But I'm preparing a spell, like in my mind.
We can assume we're in complete darkness where the 3 of us are standing, right?
Yeah,
And probably also where Fenris is.
Yeah. Yes, you are in darkness. However, they don't seem to be slowing down about that. Well, wait a sec. Do they?
Well, they don't. Are they?
They do have dark
Do they
vision.
seem like they're heading towards us, or are they just lumbering forward?
They kind of pseudo lumped towards the source of the sound, and now they appear to be looking around as trying to find where this sound is coming from.
Yofin
Yeah.
said,
And I've
I'm
been
gonna
doing
pull back
this
a bit to
around
hear.
Hope nobody has
basically
to fart.
a little bit in front of like Benkuhm, a little bit up a bit. So basically right here. Right? Almost as if like to try to bait them in a bit, right?
Oh,
So
sure.
yeah.
The first one,
That's where I've been doing.
they turn, and it almost looks like they turn on the heel, kind of like people who've followed orders and marched a lot. And it's almost muscle memory as they kind of form ranks
Yeah.
and
as soon-
start to move forward.
As soon as he goes back a bit, like there,
Yeah.
as soon as they're about to get close to the corner,
Yeah.
and I guess is there one lingering behind?
Yeah, one of them is kind of standing and dragging something. It looks like a body. The very back one that's furthest to the south.
Okay. Since they didn't notice me, I am going to cast Confusion.
All right. Benkuhm, you see them they're right at your corner, and they have just come almost even with you as you're crouched next to the wall.
Yep. Just as they're about to round the corner towards Benkuhm, I'm going to cast Confusion on the 3.
All right. And that's a DC what for their it's wisdom, right?
Yeah, it is a DC 17.
Okay.
It is a Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Check for devil magic. They might have resistance to magic effects.
Oh yes, good call. They do get advantage. Look at that. So I'll do
Okay,
this
yeah.
in order. All right. Nope, only one of them. So this first one is still kind of making his way, but the other 2 pause and seem very distracted.
I hit the one that's making his way, and it is not.
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Sorry, I'm just trying to mark them.
They
And
rush out and smack it.
I pretty much break the stealth. Sorry.
yeah, absolutely. Benkuhm,
Yeah.
step, smash. All right. So
I was kind of just going for went first, so it's kind of like a finish line thing. Like, bah.
Look at nice. All right, so you do have to move out when you do that, but so go ahead. Benkuhm is taking a swing. Go for it.
Todd, would I get typical action economy? Could I rage before?
You could, as you're standing there in the darkness, you could have been building to the rage. Sure, I'll let you have that one.
So like emo music, like punk music, like yeah, okay, I got this. The Hidden Lord's with me. Okay, cool. Reckless, great weapon master with the sword of the Hidden Lord.
Absolutely, smoke them. All right, go ahead and make your rolls.
All right, I'm gonna do my best here.
Oh, cool. Two nat 20s. Nice.
Oh wait, shit. What just happened?
And don't let those dice make a liar out of you.
Bella, what do you want to be doing?
Let's square up in master.
Yeah, I'm.
You guys get
As-
surprise round.
Yeah, as they start doing their thing, I'm going to. As a bonus action, I'm going to move my hunter's mark to Buddy here, because I'm in there watching what's going on. And once my buddy gets done whackety smacking,
You're
I'm gonna go.
shoot some arrows. Absolutely. All right, and I should probably get my handy dandy notebook ready because it sounds like we're entering some combat.
A great weapon mastered, so they're -5 to hit. So it was a 15 and a 13. So if 15 doesn't hit, then 13 will just miss.
I just closed that page. Sorry, one sec. I don't actually know what their AC is off the top of my head. One sec. It's pretty high, actually.
Does the sword have any innate plus 2 attack? Did we decide that?
It does.
It's a
It's a +2.
Okay, cool.
All right, there we go. So these are they have 16. So both.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now we know.
That's
Now-
my I'm raging.
Yep.
and,
you're raging. So
wings?
both hit, just slash. Ching ching. And or does that include the damage? Is that what that is? Or those are the rolls?
They both missed.
I
they-
missed. -5 with great weapon mastery.
Oh right.
Set up the command.
So the first one slams into the ground with this visible sparks in the darkness. The second one, it ducks out of the way. It's surprisingly nimble for this, for its size and manner. All right, Darmita, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna. Whoops. Yeah, that's me putting my mark on it.
Yep, that works.
I gave it a little hat, or that works too.
I like both, but this one will track with it.
And I'm going to go ahead and shoot.
Yeah, go for it.
So first shot. It's a 20.
20 hits.
All right, and that is 12 piercing with my weapon and another piercing with the hunter's mark. And then I'm going to do it again.
Absolutely.
The only problem with doing Roll20 and D&D Beyond, I have to manually do it every time.
Don't you have a sheet in the Roll20 though? Like you can just do it that way instead?
23 for another 9.
23 definitely hits.
And another.
So 22 damage so far. Is that? Am I doing that right? Or no, 32.
I've got what? 12. 24.
24 damage so far. Oh man. So the arrows are digging into the armor. At first you expect it to deflect off the metal, but it actually sinks in. This is fused and has become part of its flesh. It is flesh and metal. It's weird.
Hey.
But yes, you both they hit soundly. Technically this is an ambush. Oh, you got your third.
Yeah, but it's a 13.
That one does hit the metal breastplate and deflects off. It seems to have properties of both. All right.
Okay.
Coming up next, Benkuhm went, Bela went, Gord went with his confusion, and Felice. What are you doing right now?
Oh, the confusion was part of this. I thought that was
Well, I'm
preempting.
assuming that was. These are all preemptive in a way.
Sure. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Benkuhm was reacting to the confusion being cast. Totally makes sense. Yeah, I think like moments before this whole thing started with like the confusion and stuff, Police was standing next to Benkuhm and was like, "Well, I'm not entirely sure why we're down here, but you were looking for something to kill. Well, there you go." And I instead back up and I go take a look at this altar that you described earlier.
Absolutely. So you walk down there, and while you hear Benkuhm psyching himself up, and you can hear Bela. Actually, you can't because she's a freaking ninja.
Deeper into the darkness.
You go down the stairs, and there's this sensation of peace washes over you as you get to the bottom of this staircase. It's a bit odd, actually.
I don't like that.
It's... Hold on, here it is. Hold on. So at the... Here we have... That's not what I want. No, hold on, I'll get there eventually. I'm at the wrong part. There we go, okay. 15, dummy. Alright, it's a small, isolated tomb, and it opens up at the end with the stairs leading down. An open central area at the bottom. There's a body of a young woman lying on this raised platform, a gleaming greatsword at her side. Her body is not in any way decomposed. And what languages do you speak?
All the useless ones. I speak Gnomish. I speak Elemental. I speak the primordial languages.
But not
That's
Celestial.
like the only thing interesting that I speak. No, I don't speak Celestial.
Okay, so there are words written as some kind of epitaph above her. And it looks like she was laid here in great respect. You do see etchings of a dragon amongst the rest of the stonework decorating this. You see etchings of kind of the standard Pellar iconography, sun flares and that kind of thing. But yeah, there is writing, but unfortunately you can't read it. And this
and I think that's probably like
peace.
Taking in all this stuff visually is probably a whole round. I don't want to waste too much time on that.
Absolutely.
I might actually start casting like detect magic or something.
Sure. Absolutely.
But like we'll resolve that next round so people can get back to the action.
All right. Now we're gonna roll initiative just to keep everything legit.
All right. Initiative. Where's the initiative button? Wow. That's actually pretty good.
Benkuhm with 16?
16.
Nice.
I think Darcy and I had the exact same decks.
Felice with 16. Bela, Darmita, rather.
Oh, do you want to know my dex? My dex is
17.
12.
Dex is 12.
Yeah, so you guys are simul-twins. And Fenris with the 22.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Let me roll some dice. Hold on, where'd my dice thing go? No, where is my dice? Oh, here it is. Just so you guys don't see the actual rolls. I know I can hide them, but I like rolling the physical dice sometimes.
Hey.
I don't get to do it very often these days. All right, cool.
If
All right.
you got them.
Okay, take it away, Fenris. What do you want to do?
Okay.
The two devils are standing there kind of confused as though awaiting orders, and one of them looks at the other and the other one looks back, and they look accusingly at each other. And
the last one that's trailing.
yeah.
I am going to recognizing that they're somewhat a bit resistant to the magic. I kind of felt like that pull.
Yeah.
I am going to summon Old Faithful
Ooh.
Nice.
Hound of Illman as a bonus action.
It almost steps out of the wall behind it.
You just
out of
made
the
those sorcery points.
I know.
out of the
I just-
shadows, and
I am going to use. Oh boy, maybe I'm blowing too much power, but I'm going to use my last light.
all right. What's the
So,
save?
It is I believe it's a con save. I'll
Constitution.
double check.
All right.
It is a con save.
Con save coming right up. Let me roll it. And does not have advantage. Normally it would.
Probably saved.
Roll
If it
a
rolled a natural
17. All right, it did save, but I believe that still takes half damage.
Takes half damage.
All right, so go ahead and roll your blight as you reach out and just pull whatever passes for life away from this thing.
Okay, so 16 damage.
All right. It doesn't make it. Actually, this time it actually is completely silent, but you can see it slump even further, and the edges of its armor kind of gray and crack a little bit, but not as much as you had hoped. All right, that's your bonus in your action. You want to move, or are you good?
I am going to move. I'm going to move just back a little bit. Now that they know where I am.
Absolutely.
Done.
Around that corner.
Yeah, just actually gonna get out of line of sight, so I can just kind of poke in, poke out.
Okay, cool. All right, Darmita, followed by Benkuhm, followed by Felice.
Sounds
All
good.
right. I am going to stay here kind of in the dark.
You are literally invisible in the darkness.
I know. And I'm going to actually I was here, so I'm gonna go to here.
All right. So you shuffle a few feet forward, kind of hugging the wall.
That gives me a better sight line to him.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to take 2 shots at him. Hopefully hitting this time. Like, she's a little confused. What the hell?
You didn't die immediately. Huh.
Yeah. What the heck?
Nice. All right, go ahead and make your shots. 30
that's-
hits.
30, and I'll do the other one.
Wow.
That's not max damage, though. Okay, I was like 30 and max damage. No, it's not.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm not getting real good damage here. So 16 plus.
Ooh. The damage dice are not in your favor.
They are not. I am just biting it tonight. Oh well.
You can't win them all, but you did definitely hit both times. So the first
Yeah.
one, that's 21 points of damage?
Yeah,
And it's on the same guy that you were shooting before, right? Yeah? Yeah, so that is it. How do you want him to die?
I feel like I'll look over at Benkuhm like, ooh, sorry. And just and where there's, because you said it was fused, so where there's it's like more skin, I will just bury my
Just
really
like
deep in.
sunk pretty much right into the feathers, right on an angle. You actually hop up a little using your winged boots just to get a little bit of angle on him, and just right down on this angle through the neck, in through what would be organs, and you just see it pincushion and fall to the ground.
And I'm just going to kind of peek out here and bonus action mark him.
Yep, go for it. All right. Sorry, the guy at the back?
Yeah.
Okay. So you peek past the two confused, devilish looking devil soldiers is kind of the impression you get. And you hunters mark the one that's back there being harassed by Fenris. All right, that was Darmita, Benkuhm, and Felice.
Roll the 5 for initiative, by the way. For the
Oh, thank you.
Benkuhm, yeah.
Benkuhm will take 2 attacks.
Sure.
But if here, does the guy, these two? Yeah, I'm raging. Yeah, I'm just gonna take 2 attacks against one of the confused devils.
All right, absolutely. So go ahead and make your rolls with advantage.
Yeah, reckless, great weapon master. Uh, 12 misses. 14 misses. That's my
You
turn.
can't buy a hit. Yikes. All right, so you're swinging, and the soldier devil is so confused and it's just standing there. Oh, I suppose I have to roll. Oh, it's on their turn. All right, you take 2 swings and it's just kind of shumbling around, and you swing and miss. In your ear, you hear this hissing and this almost laughter.
Like laughing at him?
It's what he hears.
Or just like laughing maniacally?
It's what he hears. All right, coming up next, Felice, what are you gonna? You're casting detect magic.
Yeah, I'll cast Detect Magic and sort of see what's going on over here. I hear some fighting again. It's like, keep it up, good job. I'm like, I don't know you're missing.
Oddly enough, there is magic in here, and it emanates. It emanates from her.
Right, yeah.
The greatsword itself is not magical.
It's ceremonial. Cool.
No, it's a weapon.
Well,
But it
sure,
is
but I mean, it's not necessarily magical. I mean, it's...
It looks like it's been used and well cared for. And in fact, it looks more aged than she does. She is wearing plate, but, you know, it's a burial of honor. Her skin just kind of has this ever so faint, it is very faint, sense of a divine kind of magic. I don't know if you can get schools of magic from that, but you
get schools of magic, but
it would be
usually it's sort of like whatever you want to tell me. Yeah.
Sort of abjuration kind of feel to it. There is a strong sense of
Is this
protections.
like what was that called? Like Gordon, help me out here. The bodies preserved sort of thing. What's that spell called?
Oh,
can't think of it.
Gentle repose. It's got a little
Thank you.
sense
Yeah.
of that.
Is it sort of like that? Yeah.
It's got a strange sense of that, but it's different somehow. It's really hard to pin down exactly, but you would think that there's something strange and almost non-magical about this, and yet there is magic here.
Cool. Can I like I don't know, like do some investigatory stuff along with, I mean, I know that's vague.
Sure, make an
but-
investigation check.
Cool, thanks. Can I like take advantage or something from my
You
magic?
definitely, from the detect magic sense, you get the idea that this sense of holiness emanates from
Nice.
her.
Cool.
And it does take up most of this room and extend outwards.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
little
You described
fainter.
it before as like I feel like a calm or a hopefulness or something. Can't remember the exact word.
Both.
And
yeah.
that's really interesting to me because it's like when a feeling is thrust upon you, it doesn't matter how good the feeling is. It's an outward thing, and that's always creepy.
Well, it's odd that it's you. It made you aware that ever since you've been in hell, in Avernus, or at least this close to it,
Yeah.
you've had that overwhelming sense of dread and heat and oppression and discomfort and sometimes
Oh, I should
pain.
have roleplayed any of those. Didn't think about a single one of them until now.
But It's funny because you kind of just tune them out, and now
Right, yeah,
being in the
it's like, that
presence
makes total
of
sense.
this suddenly made you realize this is the first time you haven't felt that way
Right,
since
it's
you've
like
come
white
here.
noise that suddenly turns off. You
Yeah.
like didn't realize it was there. Yeah.
All right, and that is going to be your turn. There's something very special about that body. All right, coming up next.
Do I get anything for my 21 or no?
For your 21 investigation?
Yeah.
Sure. You start stitching the motifs together that are etched into the walls. There's some art, there's
yeah,
some
cool.
statues. You can tell that it's very old, years before Elturel was even quite as holy as it is, or was. There was some kind of problem. You see cows being eaten by a dragon and crops burnt. You see the dragon in the motif kind of demanding
on her
tribute.
like catacomb or whatever you want to call it, like here
Yeah,
with her body.
it's on the walls
wow,
around
okay,
her,
cool.
and you're just kind of piecing the story together. Even though you don't speak the language, you're piecing it together based on the art in the room.
Yeah, feel free to
There's a
break
bit of
up
a
how much you're
story
telling
there.
me.
No, that's okay. I'm
Because
happy
it
to
takes
tell
some
you more.
time, right?
You see the dragon subjugating everyone around, and then one day, this woman, the woman you're looking at, sorry, I misspoke. She is unarmored, just dressed in plain clothes.
Makes sense. Yeah.
She stood up against the dragon, wielding a sword, and attacked it. And she killed it.
Nice.
And she was lifted up by the populace and rewarded for her bravery. But as soon as like they go rushing to reward her, the population go to celebrate her, she turns around and just falls dead beside the dragon. And there's such a special, strange circumstance. I'm like, it doesn't tell you what the dragon was, but it wasn't small. It wasn't wormling.
Right.
And she is here interned in a place of honor. At the end, around the image that depicts her burial, you see this starburst motif of Pelor kind of looking down from above, looking over her. All right, that's all you get. All right, coming up next.
Cool.
At this point, the Marigans go, the Devil Soldiers. These guys roll the D10, I believe, right? To see if they wander away. Is that how that works, Gordon?
It's a D10 for confusion.
Nice. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going to just show you with the rolls. There's a 3 and an 8.
You're muted, Gordon.
I hear you
The
not.
one that rolled a 3 doesn't move or take actions.
Nice.
And the one that rolled an 8 uses this action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
It does have a halberd, so it does have reach. So 1, 2, 3. So I'll just roll the D4 and re-roll if it's over that. So it turns and swings at the soldier next to it. That was the
Nice.
order in which I checked. So it was Darmita, Benkuhm, and the soldier devil next to it. So it hits and does a little bit of damage to it. I believe it's 11. Oh wait, hold on. I better look that up. Better be sure. Hold on.
Excellent.
All right, just this vicious slash as the other one just stands there doing nothing. And you know what? Because it actually swung, it does it so with advantage. Just barely hitting, but does do some damage to it. Slashes it across the back, and it's just takes the hit confused. All right, and the other one just does nothing. All right, up next, the one at the back turns and doesn't see the owner of this hound, so it decides to swing at the hound instead.
Who's this dog belong to?
Whose
dog is bothering
me? Yeah, bro. That's just no. They don't talk. It
I think that's exactly what they sound
does
like.
a 13 hit its AC? The Hound of Illumin.
It actually misses. AC 14.
Clang
Wow,
against the
that's
floor and
impressive.
misses as the dog growls silently. No. Growls silently. It emotes emotionlessly. All right. This one's dead. These ones are confused. All right. What do you want to do? Coming up to the top of the order. Oh, the Hound.
Hound is going to attack what's in front of him.
Does confusion get like a save at the end of the round or no?
Oh.
When they get hit, it breaks confusion.
It's hit? Okay, cool.
Pretty sure.
At the end of each of its turns, they can make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. The one that got hit did succeed in its saving throw. So it
I
isn't.
like that narrative.
Arr!
Out of it.
Although, again, it emotes silently. The other one only rolled a 2, so it's still confused. All right, doggy missed. Coming up to the top of the. Oh yeah, sorry, Hound.
Little doggy's gonna attack what's in front of him. Misses.
All right. Just tries to bite the armored calf. Doesn't get through. Fenris, followed by Darmita. Take it away.
Okay. I should really not spend too much more on these things. So I'm just going to turn around the corner and I'm actually going to cast Firebolt on it because I'm curious to see if it's immune to fire.
This is a learning experience.
Fenris is doing a science.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be like, doo doo doo, and then so it's I believe it's a ranged attack.
All right, yep. Ranged attack.
Okay. Haven't done one of those in a while.
I've successfully got the sorcerer down to cantrips, folks. Yay! I won DMing.
Oh, got crit.
Oh, critical hit.
What is going on?
So,
Nice.
fire unity, resistance?
The flame bolt goes. So you're hitting the one that your dog is attacking, right?
Yes.
Your hound. So you look at it, and it turns its head up and looks at you as the flame bolt goes right into its eye socket. Just boom! The skull inside illuminates for a second. Sorry, as I bash my mic. And you see the skull just burst, and out the edges you see the flame kick out a little burst inside the skull, and you see this withered head that's even smaller than the helmet. You just managed to squeak it through its eye socket. You see this withered head inside, and it's this shrunken little buzzed head, wrinkled, almost like a shrunken head in a way, and it just takes it right in the face, and it just goes and sucks in through its nose all this flame, and then coughs it out of its mouth out of the helmet, and it just looks back at you, fully immune.
Good to know.
Good to know. Write it down in your field journal.
Note to self.
Note to self.
Yofin
Okay.
said, minty fresh breath.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so coming up next is, unless you have something else you want to do, Gordon.
Nope.
All right,
No,
Darmita, followed by Benkuhm and Felice.
Okay, so we're gonna do our thing. Oh, bloody hell! All right, 22 and
22 hits. Oh, and a crit.
crit. All right,
Nice.
so.
Whew, laying down the damage now.
All right, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna do 3 of my damage die for the hunter's mark, 1 for the crit, an extra.
Absolutely.
So that's an
Oh, those are good rolls. 6, 5, 5 on a d6s. Nice job. That's near max.
and it's still on him. just so you.
Absolutely. That's a lot of damage laying down. So that's
So a lot.
28 and 34 and 44. Oh, damn, that's a lot of damage. As you're just like, wow, the second shot, it's expelling the smoke out of its mask with this kind of happy grin on its face, and then the arrow takes it in the other eye that Fenrir's had, and it's just done for. You guys are more than welcome to describe these deaths if you have another idea.
I just kind of felt like I don't know, like with the crit, not the first one, but maybe with the crit, like because the other dude is right in front of me. I don't know. Your call. At least it's gonna like fly by.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead and I'll take. You got overkill there, so any overflow I'm gonna put on the other guy that's right in front of you. Does that sound fair?
It's totally up to you.
I'm doing it. I'm saying basically your crit. Actually, it's the same number of amount of damage as your crit. Your crit dice goes right through the kind of the armored shoulder of the one that's directly in front of you as it kind of brings its arm up, and in its confusion, it pierces right through its open hand and just right through the middle. It's got a hole you could look through. Did 16 points of damage as it passed through and hit the other guy and dropped him. So he did take some damage from that. Quite a bit, actually. All right, up next. Unless you want to do anything else. You and Benkuhm fighting side by side. That's how things roll.
Yeah, I think I'm not leaving Benkuhm's side.
All right.
Some banter.
But I am going to step back one more.
Absolutely.
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
I'm not going to leave your side, Benkuhm, but I'll be back here. All right. All right. Your hound fades as that devil has gone. You guys stare at the confused devil soldier and the other devil, and as you pile on, just you're starting to pile onto this. Felice, what are you doing?
Has Benkuhm gone?
Oh, sorry. Did I skip Benkuhm? I skipped Benkuhm. Benkuhm, take it away.
As long as you pretend I kill one of them, I'm good.
Hey, let's see what you roll. Because you've been rolling poo, man.
Okay.
Just don't use Grey Weapon. You'll be fine.
Weapon master.
Hey,
all right, there
either
you
way
go.
it hits. There you go.
26 damage.
Ooh, and which one are you attacking? The confused one or the other one?
The one that was just shot by Darmita.
Okay, absolutely.
Oh, wait. To the south, right?
The guy, yeah. So you can attack either one.
The one right in front of me.
Nice. With
The other 16 to hit.
that does hit.
Wow, so 50 damage with 2 attacks.
That does it, sir. How do you want to do that?
I think I'm just going to it's gonna bring its halberd up to try and stop one of my blows, and I just slice straight through it and chop off one of its arms holding the base of the halberd. It drops, the halberd spins, and I just clock him across his baby masked face, and the skull spins like a cartoon, and
All the way around. And just drops. Nice. The blood that's hitting the floor is reddish. Sorry, go ahead, Trent.
For the hidden lord.
All right. That one is now done for and decapitated. There's only one left, and it is currently confused. All right. Felice, as these guys finish off this last one, what do you want to be doing?
Yeah, so I took some time to look at this this shrine or whatever you want to call it, altar. I don't know. And I'm thoroughly confused. Like, I don't know what any of this means. Bela, do I know that Darmita's an Aasimar? Like, we've sort of talked about it because your mom showed up. I don't remember what we decided.
Yeah, Darmita doesn't hide it.
Okay.
Like, she's actually shown her, like,
I have seen you wings out, yeah.
You have seen my wings, so yeah, you would know.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I like turn around and I sort of hustle over to.
Yeah, you go up the stairs. And as soon as you get
there's stairs. That's a good point. Do I have to do extra movement?
No, it's fine. As you go up the stairs, though, that feeling of peace and serenity fades, and you're back in this overwarm, uncomfortable sensation of anything could happen up here. All right, what do you want to say?
Bela, I suppose. You speak the. Oh, sorry. Are you still busy?
At that point, that's when the crit happens.
If you're quite finished, there's something I think you should look at. But like, I action economy, I dash to get there.
That's when Benkuhm chopped. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think your mic is muted there, Trent, if you were saying something.
No, I'm just waiting. It is muted.
Cool. All right, unless you have a reason to keep this other devil around, you guys can finish it, no problem.
Yeah, I 100% just stab it through its like plate of armor, stab it deep into the wall, and then I just pull its mask off, and I grab its face, and I just like dig in with my palm until like withered skull.
So you pull the mask off. It's surprisingly resistant to get this thing off. Like you're gonna need to do a strength check. You're still raging with advantage though. So.
All right, Todd. This is literally the only reason I brought this guy to the table.
21. It pulls off, and there's that little head, and it's just currently busy dying as you're doing this. And then this ceremonial mace goes just out of the side of the field of vision and goes smack right against his tiny little skull and splats it against the wall. And you look over, and Farah has come over, and the mace shatters. Just totally, like, into pieces. It's now just broken off. And she's like, thank you. You're welcome here with the refugees of Elturel. Anytime. You give an old woman hope. And she eyeballs Benkuhm. And we're gonna pause here, I think, for a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Who's got a good wisdom?
I think.
Benkuhm's
I know at
busy
least
shaking his
Fenris
head.
and I do.
Nope.
I don't know.
I've got a wisdom.
Wisdom?
Darmita, what's
I
your
believe-
passive?
Yeah.
My passive isn't very good.
Okay.
Are we looking for
Passive
passive
perception.
perception? Yeah, it's only 11.
Can she tap her like favored terrain?
Not in this case.
Mine's 16.
Your passive is 16, Fenris?
Yeah, I believe mine also is.
All right, so as
We have the
Fenris
same,
comes around,
yeah.
as Benkuhm has been finishing that, he sees Farah, the half-orc acolyte, come around the corner and finish off the last of this devil. And Fenris is the only one who picks up on this look as she gives him a nod, and then this second lingering look up and down the Goliath. And then everybody else is too busy kind of keeping an eye out on the shadows, and Felice tugging Darmita down the hallway toward this woman, towards the tomb of the unknown hero. And with that, we're going to pause and have ourselves a little break. So we will come back shortly. Go get your beverages of choice and your stuff and your things. I can't do that impression anymore, can I? Not that I could ever do it well, but terrible human being. Yeah, no kidding. That's the devil that you just offed.
Very real.
Yeah, if you grew up in the 90s, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, don't worry about it, folks. Be good. Don't do bad things.
Each other.
Yeah, be kind. So we're going to take a little break, and anybody in chat, you are welcome to make suggestions as to what happens at any point. Spend some plot points and join us when we come back in a few minutes. All right, thanks, everybody.
Oh yeah, I'm hungry.
Nice.
I didn't have dinner tonight because I was playing the other games. So yeah, bang.
Well, it's time for dinner. And with
So you're
that,
double sessioning. Nice.
nice. That's
Yeah.
a lot of RP. All right.
Mm.
We'll be right back, folks.
This sounds important.
Well,
Are we back on stream?
no, we're not.
I was gonna do my voice again.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool though. Like, imagine building an entire game and system and making it eloquent enough to port it to other people for casual consumption. Sounds very difficult.
Takes some time, yeah. But I mean, it got easier with this one because I already did one before.
Wow, that's even more impressive. What the hell?
Yeah, I made a game called Dreams and Shadows, and then an expansion, and so I was at Spiel and self-funded it, and yeah, since then, like I'm doing this one. It's all it's all in the same world. It's kind of dark fantasy where magic is done through spirits.
Of Dreams and Shadows.
Yeah, of Dreams and Shadows.
Very well reviewed. Holy crap! Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. By the way, we are on the stream, just so you know. You were talking about cool stuff. I want to promo this, man. I think that's a
Thanks,
good thing.
man.
And we got Trent here who's taking on the announcer. I love it. Do it.
We're back. The creator of why don't I just give you the space to
Yo,
talk
Finn.
a little bit about your project?
Said. And
Well,
we're
you know,
live.
Yeah, that's right, yo fam. We are live, but we're talking to Gordon about his game.
Yeah, Lost Ones is well, in the first game you played, I guess, champions of different kingdoms that are trying to basically I don't want to say solve certain mysteries, but go up against certain villains. And as they do, the story unfolds, and you start to realize also a little bit more that the villains aren't, like, let's put it this way, the villains don't think that they're evil. per se.
Good villains.
They
don't.
villains think that they're doing right by themselves or doing right by. They think they're in the right potentially, and that's where I guess things get a little bit morally ambiguous.
It's not always the way.
Sensing a theme night.
But Lost Ones, it's set in the same universe. It's kind of like a prequel sequel because it starts right at the beginning of the first game, and then it goes beyond the expansion. And you're playing one of the characters that were kidnapped, actually. You're playing, so in the beginning of the game, one of the things that brings a couple of characters kind of together is that they're investigating these disappearances. And you are one of the youths that have been disappeared.
The youths.
The Utes. And so you have been kidnapped and taken to the realm of the Fae, and through certain events you've escaped, and now you're trying to find a way home.
Okay.
Which
So it's
I also appreciated from that D&D game we did, and I recorded and streamed both of them, but only one of them's on YouTube, so I'll have to put the other one up on YouTube.
yeah, cool. Thank you. Though that one is like, I guess it's a similar kind of world, but
Yeah.
some liberties, some differences that we kind of did because it's more of a, you're not playing a kid that's trying to hide and find a way home. You're playing someone that is either a resident of the realm or is capable, very capable of fighting and taking care of themselves.
Cut to somebody in a field yelling, Mike! Anyway.
Yeah.
I do love characters who are not capable.
Yeah,
They are
it's
very
not that they're
fun.
not capable. It's just that they're not like, oh, I'm just gonna like walk up and like,
Slaughter.
take on like, yeah, exactly. Take
Right.
this
Gotta
big
be
thing
careful.
on
I don't know, though.
potentially.
I was laughing when Benkuhm just kept whiffing there, like,
Oh,
interesting. Is it a cursed sword? What's going on?
No, yeah, I pretty much have just decided if I wield this sword, I will never make another attack. Like it's just going to be Reckless Great Weapon Master. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't realize
Benkuhm,
that's what you meant.
The very first
awesome.
Yeah. Because he's
intelligent weapon you run into, and Benkuhm's just like, I didn't even finish saying the sentence. He's just like, I'm all in.
yeah. Imagine the sword.
We're live, Bella.
Yeah, we are live. Just saying.
I
We're just chatting, and we were promoing Gord's game.
I have food to cook, so
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're just hanging. The two-time board game creator here. His first game of Dreams and Shadows. Well reviewed game overall.
somewhere down there.
Just everybody, just fucking listen to Gordon, okay?
Go do the Kickstarter, eh?
There's got to be some like indie RPG where you play like radio hosts. That's got to exist, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Just don't let there be dead air.
Yeah.
You know what they call that? They call that radio. They call that Twitch radio.
I just thought of a concept. What if we all could listen to the same song at the same time?
Well, besides this cinematic stuff that I've got playing.
Besides the radio?
Radio.
Could be a good idea.
All right.
John McLeod. John? Wait,
Kevin.
did I get that right?
Kevin McLeod.
Kevin, sorry.
Yeah,
Where did
so
John
much.
come from?
John is
What?
his younger brother. He's not as well known.
I messed that up.
Bit of a, I have no idea. I really don't.
I've heard this track so many times in like other sources.
Oh, it's in
very
so
funny.
many streams. Yeah, I have that. I got Sasha Schultz. I got. I love Kai Engel's stuff. It's so cinematic, but it's
Most of your stuff I don't recognize.
Good.
But then
I did a lot of
everyone's got
searching to
Kevin's
find that.
stuff. So.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna jump back to the game, but I figured we'd do a little bit of table talk for a few minutes here. And interwebs, hey, Yaofen and anybody else watching, how are you tonight? Seriously, how are you guys? I hope you're holding up well, having a good summer. Looking forward to doing some more games too. And that actually reminds me, I do want to invite people too to do it's kind of weird. Maybe it's my OCD or something, but the 5 screens isn't as satisfying as 6. And Jay couldn't make it tonight, so I think we should, get some guest players in here. It's hell, so long as there's a character about right. I think we could open up something, mix it up a bit. Anyway, this is a good time for Bella to go get her dinner and us to get back to the game. Why don't you cut away to a segue there, Trent?
All right, everybody listen up. We have an advertisement. This week we are sponsored by Half Orcs Ointment. You might need to rub a little bit of this gel on your horn. Shine it all up. Get it all ready to go. And make sure that when
half itch, try Orc Ointment. Available in half doses for half orcs.
Dude, that got me.
All right, that's a good time for us to jump back in. Don't forget, if you want to be a guest, just let me know. We can make that happen. Let's do these. We're going to jump back. I think this button does things. There we go. All right. So,
It might.
you guys have executed this. And Farah looks up at you and, for some reason we've got, my screens did a weird flippity floppity. Hold on, I gotta fix
I
Felice.
love a flippity floppity.
The flippity flop. Trent. There, now we're back to, there we go.
Double Trent.
Double Trent. All the Trent across the sky. No,
should have looked at my.
am I just too old? That would have been fun. But it's too late now. I'm too fast. I'm too quick. Too quick for you. All right, so you guys have managed to execute the soldiers who were threatening the refugees. Farah looks over at you, in particular Benkuhm, but at the rest of you as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. We don't have much, but you're welcome to join us. Hopefully the commander will come back soon.
Why would we join you?
Well, you don't have to, but if you want a place to sleep, relative safety, You're welcome.
Weak. And I walk down the hallway.
I'm like pulling at the cloak. I don't know. But you have like a cloak of protection, right?
I do.
Bela, Darmita,
Yeah,
both.
it protects you against the
I'm like
pulling.
tugging at you, trying to be like, "Look over here," right? Yeah. So that's what's happening in the background of that shot.
I
Alright.
can just see Ida just kind of being tugged by this little and kind of being like, "Ah," but I'll go willingly.
All right, so you
Awesome.
head down into this tomb, tomb of the unknown hero, and that is proclaimed in celestial above, just as you descend, and there's an archway at the bottom. You see this body of this woman, unadorned other than nice but plain clothes, and this great sword at her side, and this overwhelming sense of relief and peace. And just calm settles in. In general, you don't like it. I'm assuming.
No, fair enough.
It is quite unsettling, isn't it? It's sort of surprising, at least.
I'm not sure. Must be some magic effect.
Yes, I couldn't quite put my finger on it. It is something celestial, generically.
So you see, and it confirms what you puzzled out in the motifs with your 21 investigation. Darmita, you confirm that the story written speaks of the unknown hero stepped out of obscurity and rescued the village from a terrible dragon scourge. When no one else would or could stand up, this person of very modest means just sacrificed themselves and did the impossible. And for that, they've been beatified posthumously as an example of the power, but also the humility of those who can rise above. And for that, she has been buried here with all full honors. This is a long time ago. Like a long time ago. This was probably about 30 years ago.
Okay, I was thinking when you said a long time ago, like hundred.
Oh, sorry. No, not that long. I did stress
ancient
long.
history.
Ancient
30
history.
years ago.
30 years ago. I remember the late 90s.
Well, at that point, then, can I do a check that would allow me to figure out? Well, first of all, is she celestial?
She appears to be human.
Human?
Not decomposing, but other than that, it just seems very plain and normal. There's a little bit of evidence of some scarring that they've probably tried to cover up after death. So she had taken some wounds from the dragon, presumably, if that battle did happen, or whether it was just a folktale.
Can I, before any roll is made, I usually don't do the preemptive guidance, but I did specifically bring Darmita down here to look at this.
Sure.
So can I say a few words or something? It's like druidic guidance, not like divine guidance, so it's a little bit more
It's got more funky.
holistic. Yeah.
All right.
More fun.
What can you tell me about this?
So you can make either investigation or history check with the D4 if you wish.
Okay, I will do. You said investigation or?
Or history.
I'm gonna do the investigation. Oof.
Okay.
Wow.
So 12. You confirm what Darmita kind of speaks aloud, I'm assuming. And what she says ends up confirming what you managed to piece together based on the artwork. And you get the idea that this is almost a mystery unto itself. Like there's the point was that this was an unknown person who stepped up and did this heroic deed.
So the text doesn't say anything about like respect this person and don't take their stuff or you're cursed.
No.
It's just saying the story as opposed to the images of the story, right? Just sort of.
Yeah, it's clarifying in case, but you very much spend a lot of time looking at the art and investigating things. So
we can't find
piece
anything
together
about like the source of this magic at all. It's just kind of like there's something innate about this person, or maybe they're prepared, like it's like a way they were embalmed or something.
Yeah, it's actually there is a presence around this body that makes you feel like the embodiment of all the good that this should be in this temple. This is a prime example of that.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what to do with this. It just struck me as interesting. Bella, do you want to take this with us, maybe? I mean, I'm not going to carry her around. That would be difficult for me, but you might be able to. Or Benkuhm.
Your chest plate goes.
You just ate.
See, like, I do sense that I should, or that I could, or that no, that would be more of a desecration kind of thing.
Oh, you're asking me? Would that feel a bit like? Do you sense that would be awkward?
I sense it'd be awkward. I just wanted to see how you'd react.
She's purposefully been laid to rest here,
Yes.
as a hero, right? And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Darmita would want to move her. Like, I feel like that might be. I don't know what the.
As you
Depends how she feels about that. Yeah.
As
Be
you
definitely
get
internal.
closer, it's almost like the air is just thrumming around this calm body. But it's not a... You could. There's nothing stopping you from. In fact, you actually just kind of take her hand for a second, and it's cold. But it's not the kind of corpse that... It doesn't feel like stone. It doesn't feel like it's stiff with rigor mortis or anything. Rigor mortis, starring in Honey, I Shrunk the Dead Guy. The hand is cold, but it seems almost like she died 5 minutes ago. Or well, no, she'd still be warm, but within the last few hours. She's cold to the touch, but she is pliable. You could move her. But you get a sense when you make contact. She was laid here purposefully, and there is no benefit. You could move her if you want to, though.
I'm look at Felice, and I think not as tersely as I normally am. I'll be a bit gentle, or well, as gentle as Darmita can be, kind of like with the old man, her kind of mannerisms, and I'll just be like, I don't think we should move her, little one. We should
All right.
leave her.
Well, there's nothing else here. And I'd love to like cut back in time because that probably took a while. I don't know what happened in the hall during that.
That's fine.
I don't want to.
So the rest of you, if you follow, Farah leads you back towards the.
Actually, I'm going to quickly go up the stairs and get the others.
Oh, good call. At this point,
While they're doing this thing, playing with the dead body.
That makes sense.
yeah,
I'm gonna go, hey.
So Farah has been waiting there, standing next to Benkuhm and stuff. As you duck upstairs, and as you go up, Archibald is coming down. He's got a dagger drawn in his other hand. He's got his sunblade out but not lit, and he goes, "Is everything all right? I thought I heard something."
Yeah, we were just killing some things.
Oh, yes, typical.
Yeah. There's a place to stay though, so we should shepherd the others down and kind of offload them.
Sure. Oh, good. I don't like babysitting. Never did want to sign up to... Oh, you've got to be bloody kidding. At which point you look back, and his eyes are over your shoulder, Fenris, and he's looking over at Farah, and she's been trying to talk a little bit with Benkuhm, who's generally been ignoring her, and she glances up and then does the double take, looking at Archie, and he's like, "Hello." And she looks up and is like, "Yes." It's like, Archie says, Didn't we go to school together?" And she looks up and says, "I was your teacher. And you, I always knew, would end up in hell. I just didn't think I would see you here."
Helping to save you, no less. I call out.
Well, will wonders never cease. All right.
All right, I find this very amusing. I'm going to.
So the rest-
Archie, let's go get the others down.
So you guys go up, you get them, you bring them down, no problem.
Yeah.
The rest of you can either dispose of the bodies or leave them where they are. And you guys end up in the main hall, surrounded
sounds
by
like
refugees. The people,
Timeline matches up.
the people that you brought with you, there's a couple of happy reunions as people from the town come in and recognize some others and are greeted, and there's a moment or two of joy in this dim catacomb where people are united, and somehow you guys managed to bring people that were cast out and forgotten or lost, suspected to have been long gone, and you have managed to reunite them, and so you are greeted warmly. And Seltern, the druid, is busy passing out good berries around to anyone who wants them. He starts actually by passing them out to those who really need them. And Feral
It's got to be picky about that.
Yeah, I mean there is enough mistletoe there to probably get probably a good
Like 60 people.
Yeah, probably about 60, about half of the group. So Seltern is busy making their way around. They do offer you some if you want them. And you guys look around and see these poor bedraggled kids and, elderly people and a few people down on the regular folk trying to eat in the basement here in the dim flickering light of the magic torches.
Pass. I don't need a good berry.
Yeah, they're all fine.
All right.
We get one for breakfast, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
you
still
guys
good
are
for a
good
day.
for a
So.
So.
Archibald.
one.
So, Benkuhm?
Take one.
All
I
right.
take like a handful. I leave like a few people hungry.
Okay.
I'll take like a 5, just kind of picking candy out of a.
At that point, you feel this smack on the back of your head. Benkuhm?
I know, yeah. I am just Benkuhm standing there. Someone smacked me on the head.
You
They,
don't
like,
even
high-fived
notice.
ya.
And it just this incessant smacking on the back of the head.
Darmita? I turn around.
There's no one there except this ghostly hand for a second, and then it fades, and you see the old man standing there. Is like, you know, one of those would do you for a whole day.
I stand as Benkuhm, looking at these people with absolutely no emotion to the cause they have at hand.
Fair enough. All right. Farah comes walking up and says, well, I suppose... She looks across at Archibald, across this fountain of slowly trickling water. She looks at Archie and takes in the rest of you and says, well, you're not the heroes that we wanted, but you're the ones we've got. I wonder if you might do us one service.
Seems like we did a big one.
Are creatures like that showing up all the time? How do you normally deal with them?
We've been safe down here. Thankfully, they didn't find our entrance, but they've been attacking more frequently, probing. And then, I suppose one of them saw. And Seltern at this point turns and says, I think they saw us going up. I'm so sorry. It's all right. It's all right. Go tend to the McGovern family. He leaves and goes around to go and help some people over in a corner, kind of sheepishly. She turns to the rest of you and kind of in a quieter voice, so as not to be overheard. Our leader, our new leader anyway, since we fell down here, she took those able-bodied we could spare and went to go and find us supplies and an item that she thought would help. Something called the helm of the site. Oh, what was it? Hold on a sec.
Yeah, I'll peek up at that. Yeah, that'll pique Felice's interest.
The helm of Pelor's site.
Oh, the elm at front talked about that. I don't know if it was an elm, but it's just...
That's right, the tree. I forgot about that. Well, the commander, she took a group to this grand cemetery in hopes of finding more mistletoe and also to get this magic item that could maybe help.
They're back out on the surface.
It's been days and days. She really lowers her voice down at this point. I don't want to panic the others, but I'm afraid. If you could go and help find her, it might be a way out of here at least. Maybe back. We don't have much, but we could maybe pay you. Raise a reward.
If you don't mind me butting it, I don't know if there's a pause here or not. I have been imagining that Felice has like an idea of at least a way down here because she knows like hell traders. Now maybe that was all like plane shift, so she doesn't. But is that something that she like, even if it's like, you know, years of travel away or whatever, like is that something she has a sense of?
It is possible. I mean, mortals do make their way down here. You've heard of markets and deals being struck. It's not all...
Because the way down is a way up, right? I mean, other than falling.
Right. Now, there are... Most people who come down here have means to escape on their own. And if they don't, they run the risk of being trapped here and being either fodder for the devils or getting caught up in the demon battles, or making deals of their own out of desperation. But where there is a way down, what goes down might go up again.
Maybe. Well, I say we're in hell, so might as well check the place out. And honestly, We haven't really made it to hell yet. We're just sort of in this city, which is a lovely city. Don't get me wrong. I've been meaning to come here for quite a while. But what if we can find a way down to like actually, not the sticks. That seems dangerous. But something solid ground.
I look at Farah, like I look at Felice talking, I look at Farah talking, and I kind of, take it in, but I step up to Farah and I say, hey, listen, like in a low voice, you don't have much time. We came here because we thought maybe this place was secure and there was a game plan to get out of here. This place is not secure, really, and I don't think you have much of a game plan to get out of here. What does this helmet do?
I'm not entirely, sir. The commander would know a little more than I do. Most of our leadership was in the barracks and the guest rooms. That was on the east end of the High Hall. That burning crater. You probably saw it on the way in. When we were brought here, the companion, which we thought was a blessing, brought to us by the eye. Well, when it brought us here, it began to hurl meteors and lightning. One of the bigger
what did you
meteors
just
struck.
say? You said companion. So I'm very curious now because I don't know how this place got here. So how did you guys get here? Like, what happened?
At this point, she clutches this book that she's been holding, this leather-bound book, and she says, it's a bit of a long story, but I think you took care of the last of those devils down here for a little while. Oh, did you close the secret entrance when you came back?
I assume.
Yeah,
I assume I would have. Yeah, like
Archibald nods and says,
and like
yes, Mrs.
wipe off the
Jenks."
blood and the footprints that I saw, like just in case. I know there's an imp out there, but I don't know. We'll see.
He literally does an imitation of a schoolboy, and he says, yes, Mrs. Jenks. And she just shoots him a look that only a veteran, like a nun, would be able to shoot. And even Archibald kind of withers a little bit, but he tries to hide it. She says, I never thought that boy would amount to anything. I've been wrong before. Sorry. How did we get here? That all happened so fast. Well, the Eye of Bela brought the great blessings to Elturel, and we rededicated ourselves to the service of Pelor, and she's and we've signed our names to defend this place, soul and body. And that's what this here is. And she holds up this book. She opens and you can read on the front page in several different languages. The first page has an oath written. All the citizens of Elturel Guard take this oath, swearing to defend Elturel body and soul. And then the next few pages that she flips through are just signatures. And judging by the size of the book and the flipping, as she kind of absentmindedly flips while she's talking about what had happened, as though it was a record of their tale. It's just signatures. Hundreds, thousands of signatures. It looks like...
Oh no.
So we meandered for a bit, but
Yeah,
is there the
you can
off
totally.
chance that my detect magic's still up? Because that might be a
For 10
thing.
minutes, sure. In this particular section, I don't believe there's anything magical except the torches. Although,
Okay, the book's not magical. Cool.
it is
It's
faintly...
like,
it actually
an arcane
is,
construct that's actually signing your soul away. That seems kind of magical to me.
It is
Yeah.
actually faintly magical.
Okay.
It's a fairly faint magic, though, judging by your first glance. You could take a closer look if you want. Go ahead and do an Arcana
Would
check.
love to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually doing an Arcana check. Like, boop. I'm thinking they just got tricked.
Sounds like it, yeah. That one! Pew, 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 pew. Ooh, let me take a look.
Oh boy. Let's see what.
More danger.
Felice, we'll come back to you in just a second about that nat 1, but I want to find out how
Yes!
You know what?
Also-
I'm gonna use my luck point. I'm gonna use my
also
last
a
luck
nat
point.
1.
I can't do that. No.
You're a coward.
I'm using.
You're a
I'm
coward.
using. Yes, whatever. Oh my god, terrible 7.
You
Oh,
deserve
nat 1 followed by a nat 2.
Oh
Dice
boy.
do not
Well,
want.
that was my last luck
You're
point.
flipping through and you're just like, wow, that's a lot of names.
Yeah.
And it's now in Felice, you detect ever so slightly, and she flips to the end, and it just the last page in the book. She flips and it's blank, and then she flips again and it's blank, and you look and you were like, wait, that last one 2 ago was the last page, and she flips again. It's just this pretty minor thing that when she gets to the end of the book, it adds more pages. Any number of pages that are required. But that's about it.
And then she drops the book and it stubs my toe.
No, but I'll take a note. Double
No.
nat ones need something. Hey, internet. No, I do have something, but internet, if you have any suggestions for the double nat ones, we will welcome them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like I was compelled to sign it or something.
It looks like everybody else is. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You can if you want
Not
to.
from an Arcana check.
No, not from
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. It goes as
Like
far
that should
as
be like a lie or something, like something wrong I found, if anything. Yeah. It wouldn't be like that probably.
No, you just see a bunch of names, and that's it. You don't really take any of them in.
I probably actually get like really like interested in it, like more than like I've been looking at like everything we've been
Yeah,
walking
totally.
by, right? Like
In great
I'm like
detail.
a tourist in a museum where I'm like, oh, I've always meant to come to Elturel. Oh, what's this? And then this just like captivates me, and I spend like half an hour trying to figure out the magic, and I can't figure it out.
Sure.
It's just like I waste a bunch of time. 'Cause I'm like, there
Absolutely.
must be
Gemini
something in here.
_twin.
what am I
Said.
missing? Yeah.
The
I just get,
mimic
like,
signs
really,
the
like,
contract.
Tunnel visioned on it.
Gemini, thank you. I love that suggestion. I don't know if you guys heard it on the stream, but
did
no,
not, but
the
I can see
mimic
it.
signs the contract. Absolutely. So the purple tongue of the mimic comes out and makes its mark on the page of this
Yeah, there's
book.
probably this scene where I'm like, can I take a look at this? And I'm like trying to like sit down and look at it, and
And it
like,
just
taking a
licks the
longer
page.
time. Yeah.
Unbeknownst to you, making its mark is all that it took. No, anyway. Well,
Who knows?
kinda. All right, I'm taking note of something that you missed. Anyway, we're gonna keep going.
Good.
All right, so you guys.
So
have-
talking to Farah and trying to find out how they got here. Think maybe they signed away their souls. I am going to tell her actually, like, just so you know, like, the Eye of Pelor. We've recently discovered the dealings with devils. So I'm not sure how much of a big fan you are, but he probably tricked you to come down here. I'm just going to just lay that out to Farah.
She looks at you. She kind of lingers for a second, but then she lowers her eyes and says, "They say that when something is too good to be true, it probably is. So, you might be onto something, my dear boy. Anyway, I digress. The Eye of Pelor and the rest Austrian. They rose through the ranks and brought our city with it. Raised our profile, and let us be more holy and more successful. They frowned on the other gods, whereas we never used to, but seemed like a small price to pay. But anyway, over time, the glowing orb that was the companion brought warmth and light to our city. It darkened and broke. It cracked and released this lightning and this horrible howling sound. Everyone I know blacked out, and when we came to, a terrible sense of falling. Shortly after, they began to call together people to arms and call the council down. The council bell went to call them all to the chamber, but before they could gather, the meteor slammed into the keep. We lost all of our major leadership. I am the last. I am the ranking officer, and I'm but an acolyte. I'm not even a cleric. That's why when the commander came, although she wasn't originally of us. Not really. But she gathered people and rallied them and brought... We knew her family, and she was one of the few voices in the dark. We had no one else until you came.
Listen, I'm gonna regroup with my friends, and we're gonna discuss whether we can go after this commander or maybe we need to do something else. All I know is this: one way or another, we need to find a way out of here. Because the longer we stay here, the worse things will get.
We managed to hold off the first wave. Imps, little pesky devils, made it close, but we sprinkled them with that. She leaned over. Actually, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, but your detect magic does detect that the pool of water around which you are standing is faintly magical. It is considered holy water. The other thing that she says is, if you want, there used to be a passage. I don't know what's become of it, but if you mean to just leave, I understand and will thank you for your service. I can show you the entrance and bid you good luck if you wish to go on your way. It's getting late. It's been several hours between the walking and the talking and the battling and the...
Wait,
At this point, she looks at you and locks eyes with you, Fenris, and blinks. And you see her lower lip kind of tremble and a look of almost recognition.
Uh-oh.
Anyone else looking at Fenris right now, you can see that his disguised self, which a very minor shift, it's over.
It's a hat.
No, Benkuhm's
No.
is a hat.
No,
This was
I
a spell
disguised my
last
eyes.
Last 8 hours. You started
Yeah.
it a long time ago.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you both have a hat, though. I thought. Okay.
She kind of recoils slightly. And then she kind of smiles a little bit and shakes her head. If it is too good to be true, it probably isn't. I don't know what brought you here, young man. seems a bit too much of a coincidence. But the Eye has been looking for you.
Do tell.
Well, I am a humble acolyte. I serve Pelor. But Ostrin and the others have been putting a call out for anyone, head witches and sorcerers who followers of false deities or even deities that we once considered allies. Well, your eyes were specifically on the list. The golden-eyed boy, or anyone harboring him. I believe... I don't know what they had planned, but I do know they wanted you to harm or to be on the lookout. I don't really know, but I'm beginning to see that what they may have told us may not have been in all of our interest. And I do not count you an enemy, my boy. Especially after what you... If you choose to go, I'll understand. If you want to help and find this commander, we would be in your debt.
I'm gonna talk to the others, and I'll let you know. Either way, we're not just gonna leave you necessarily totally just in the, twisting in the wind. It is our intention to find a way out and to find a way to figure out how all this has brought us to this place could be the key. So, pardon me a moment. I'm going to confer with my comrades in arms.
Of course. I'm going to go and see who amongst these people can hold a sword. She picks up the remains of the mace and takes it with her too.
And I'm gonna head over to Darmita.
You kind of call a council.
Yeah, a little team huddle, and Archibald, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I little point of order. Did she let me take the book if I wanted to study it longer, or is she no, you can't take that?
You can't take it, but if you're
right,
within her presence, she goes over and takes it back from you as she begins to go and do other things.
As she starts leaving.
Yeah, she lets you have a good long look at it though. That whole
during that conversation with Fenris, could I have tried to rip out a page from the back, one of the empty ones?
Sure.
Cool. I do that.
You do that, and you rip it out, and
I rip out one of the pages.
There's just a page right behind it, and it's just a regular piece of paper.
Cool, and I look up at her, and she doesn't react, and then I do it again.
Oh, you do it within her sight?
And then I do. Well, so I was picturing, she has this book, and I'm like, ooh, that's very interesting. Can I, study that? And I sit down against the wall, and I'm looking through this book, and my mimic licks it, and there's a conversation happening. She's like, okay, I'm right here, it's fine. Mm-hmm. And I look up, and I rip out a page. And then I look up and I rip out a page. And I keep doing it.
Okay, if you keep doing it, she's like, no. And she speaks to you like that teacher nun that she was for years, and she's like,
yeah.
Excuse me, you should not do that to other people's property. Even imagine. She's walking off.
How many pages did I get? I write it down my sheet.
You got about 4.
Nice. 4 pieces of paper.
4 paper. I can start scribing spells.
Paper's expensive, okay?
Yeah. All right, so you guys have your little conference. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, guys. I found a little bit more information. Apparently, the Eye of Pelor has duped everyone in this city with this companion, as you saw. Like I relate what basically she told me, but with the context of what we know. And so we know this guy does deals with devils, and he's done something to bring this whole city into hell. And you know, what we thought as a safe place is not that safe. We could maybe spend the night here and then figure out what we want to do. We can go find this commander who's maybe looking for something that could help us get out, or we could make our own way out, and then leave these guys to their own devices. Like, we have a few options.
It does seem like staying holed up down here is not really a solution for anyone. Not that I'm saying that we need to go out of our way to save anybody, but, you know, where we're going, they'd probably want to follow, assuming we can find a way off of this place.
And of course, Bela, I know you want to maybe, like, do you want to find more about your mom?
I don't know if I will find out more about her here. Like, I don't think that this is where I would. I don't know.
Let's go deeper.
Would I feel like this is a place to look for clues about my mother? Like,
I mean,
not the undead one.
yeah,
Like,
beforehand.
yeah.
She was from what you know, she was close to the Eye of Pelor at one point, and he came here, but there doesn't seem to be anything linking her specifically here.
Yeah.
Although I suppose it's possible.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any hints yet.
Yeah, let me put it another way.
Okay.
We, in that major battle, fell through this portal, and we're in hell. And if, you know, we could always go back and, you know, hide from the Eye of Pelor, or do what we do.
No, there's no hiding.
But maybe this is actually an opportunity here. Like, this Eye of Pelor brought this city down into hell. He has a certain plan in place, dealing with devils, and we could really ruin his day.
You make a very good point. Do you think that this town is special for some reason, or it's just more mortals for them to throw into the fire?
He's
Archibald
doing
does
something.
pipe up and says, "Well, if you ask anyone from Elturel, besides myself, they have a pretty high opinion of themselves, especially the holy rollers. It's I imagine it's quite the feather in your cap."
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the old man.
He's sitting
Good
there kind
call.
of playing rock, paper, scissors with a really young child and losing regularly.
Which is a good thing. And I'm gonna just kind of grab him.
Oh, I'll see you later, Tiberius. Be a good lad. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to mention, but you've been busy. You've been very busy. I wanted to say thank you.
Oh, for what?
Oh, helping me to remember.
Well, I'm hoping you could remember some more.
Oh,
Do you like to?
Yes, I would like that. Can you go ahead and roll a d6 for me?
Okay. I'll try. Yep. I don't know what that means, but probably not good.
A 1. Yeah,
Yep.
The old man kind of holds your arm and goes, "Yes, I remember. I used to be able to shape change into a golden mammoth and in this form, I would serve as the holy mount to what was the name? I would serve as the holy mount to, and then says a long series of like celestial titles, ending with yes, the eye. Isn't that fun? Can you picture me as a mammoth?
I could actually. So potentially, do you think you were a druid? Does that sound familiar?
Funny, I don't feel druidish.
I concur.
I do remember that. I remember pieces. Go ahead and roll d6 again.
Yofin
Ah, crap.
said,
Druish.
Can
funny he
Another
doesn't
one.
look Druish.
Get another one.
You got it, Yelfin. You got it.
as I do it though, this time we had some of the rocks that he had given
Hmm.
to Fenris. And I'm gonna ask Fenris to give me one or two of those rocks if he still has them.
You have a few left.
Yeah, sure. The ones that weren't scorched by the blade, but the other ones, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna give it to him.
I like this one. I nicknamed it Bobby.
Oh, very
What was your d6? Your new d6? 2. Not a 1. It's a 2 this time.
woo, going up. It's not like it's hard to go up from that.
Yes, yes. Oh, I found this very, very soon after Nashida fell. Yes, I was sad about that. But I had to find all what she was carrying. And she threw them very far. She always was very strong. That's probably why the eye gave the eyes the holy sword to plunge to her to hide, and I helped and plunged it into a rock, and I believe that was when I lost my wing. Yes, I remember. I called on every ounce of goodness in my heart to raise a shield around the sword, and it became a fortress against the evil. And at this point, you look back at the old man as he's rambling, and you see one wing unfold. And then the other side is this broken stump.
What's it look like?
It looks like a feathered wing, like an angel-style wing.
Cool.
Like mine, only with feathers on it.
Right, but only one. The other one is totally
Yeah.
torn off and like broken.
Because mine are just skeletal.
Yeah. And it just lasts for a second as this remembrance happens. And then the old man looks up at you like, "Oh. Yes. I like Bobby, but it wasn't one of the special ones. Not the ones that she threw. Not the ones that she died for. You keep those safe, yes?
Yes.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good. We wouldn't want the eye to be able to... No. He tucked
and I'm
Bobby into his pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to. Well, I'm assuming Fenris was right there.
I'm there. I'm like, great. Wonderful.
Yeah. Well,
For those at home, they locked them into the gate through which they came and left them behind.
in case you missed that episode,
Yes.
All right. So that's about it for now. Although it seems like the longer that the old man stays here, he does seem to be remembering a few more bits and pieces.
And he said like the sword, and he built a city around it,
And he
a
also,
fortress.
a fortress around it all.
well, the way I understood it is he was the one who he made the fortress,
With the remains.
and that's what burned his wings.
One of them, anyway.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's something.
And in the nature of talking to this celestial type old man being, it is partly telepathic. So you actually get little snippets of visuals every once in a while. So when I said that they built a fortress around it, you see the old man rip off, like literally holding this something important, looks like a bit of a light source, maybe a sword or something, and reaching out, just severing their own wing in order to sacrifice. And then where the wing wrapped around this massive fortress begins to just, and that's the only snippet you get.
Do we recognize the fortress at all?
I was
Go ahead and do a perception check.
who, me or Fenris?
Both of you.
Both of us? Yeah.
So it's not just a Darmita only vision.
No,
Sorry,
he's
repeat
broadcasting
that.
to the people that he's talking to. And
Oh,
again, it's like a super fast, like, and then it's gone.
I also
22.
know if I recognize the sword.
You don't. Although it did look a little like the sunblade that Archibald is carrying, but it's not the same. It's a different hilt.
It's his sword. The Eye of the Lord.
Yeah, that perception check did not help any.
But mine did.
Yours did. So Gordon got 22. You quickly kind of try to hold that image in your mind, and you realize that where the fortress was, that was not near Elturel. That looked like a reddish, ruddy background with hills, broken, craggy hills around, the roiling clouds. That was not on the mortal plane. That happened. It looked similar to this hellish sky you saw when you arrived here.
Okay. So I'm going to keep that image in my mind because that fortress could very well be
Yeah.
down here. So I'm going to say, Darmita. I think I got a flash of a vision. You may have gotten it.
Well, the weird thing is when you got that vision, you could see each other standing there.
Yeah.
So you know that you
So-
both saw.
So we know we need the sword, the name, the eyes.
Yeah.
We're almost getting close to the name. We have part of his name. I think this is his sword, and I think it's in this fortress, and I think it's down here.
Okay.
So that's
And I've-
probably
They're started.
Didn't he
With
just say his name?
no, he didn't. He said all the titles.
There were
Then he said,
titles,
oh,
right? Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Lord.
The closest he's gotten.
Procurer of good sweetmeats. But in Celestial,
Oh.
it sounds fancy.
Okay.
Right.
A lesser god.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time.
So,
We gotta find it.
yeah. What do you think about this commander? Maybe should we bother?
That helmet might be helpful, but
Find it? Or maybe the commander knows where it is?
or it may just be
A wild goose chase.
yeah. It is
I-
after all.
Maybe we spend a little bit of time. This commander and her group could already be dead. But if they've already gained a lot of information, maybe they can tell us.
Possibly.
We'll give it a shot for like a day, and then if it's nothing, we're out of here.
Okay.
I suppose the question is, what do we plan to do if it is not that? If that is the direction to take, that is progress, then we should go that way. I do want to see if we can find this helm, though. I don't know why the helm would lead me astray.
Well, that's what. I agree. That's what we're thinking. We could try to find this helm. It might be useful to us, either finding a way out or finding this sword of this fortress.
Cool.
Or the commander may know, because they've done some reconnaissance and
They may
they'd be willing. Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah, what's up?
Do I think, having like heard these stories and blah blah blah, and I mean I haven't literally seen the helmet, so I can't visualize it. Do I think I could locate object this? Let's see, how does this spell work? Can locate a specific object known to you, but you have to known to you. Otherwise, it can be direction, describe or name an object. How does
I
that work?
believe you could get it. Get a.
Oh, there it is. The
type.
alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. And would this be a helm and therefore it would be useless, or can it be like a magic helm?
You can try and find out if you like.
Sure. I mean, it's my spell. Like, you know, I'll happily prepare it and waste the slot if that's a thing. But like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have it prepared today or not. I assume we're sleeping tonight. It seems like that's what we're planning
it's
to do.
pretty late now.
I'm down to like just a few spells.
Yeah. So I'm just curious if, I don't have it prepared right now, but if I know that that's going to not work, I won't prepare it, right?
The Archibald walks up to Benkuhm. You're awfully quiet, big man. I see you were earlier keeping a watch a bit away from people.
Yeah. I had a bout in my head where Benkuhm actually wanted to go south, but then you mentioned like secret doors, and I was like, we'll probably be led somewhere at some point.
You could go and like scout and dig through the catacombs if you want to.
I don't think that I would. I think that I probably would have been like.
Are you sure? Said Archibald.
Come back, and as Fenris is like, I don't know. I kind of see like Fenris, and he's like planning, and he's talking to Darmita, and he's talking to Felice, and I'm just looking at all the people. Like you say, there's like 100 people in here, right?
Almost 120 now, counting you guys and the people you brought.
You couldn't swing your sword without hitting one. Wink, wink.
It's pretty crowded in here. I mean, it's a very large catacomb, like main crypt.
Sorry, what'd you say, Trent? You got cut out.
No. It's definitely what Benkuhm is thinking, like how easily destructible these people are.
Yeah, they're
like,
squishy.
He with like, the sword and stuff, he definitely is seeing them and like hearing voices that are just like, why not? Right? And
we need more meat.
And he kind of like looks at, I don't know, I guess it would kind of be like you guys are all talking and then you're all turning to me to be like, all right, Benkuhm, like Archibald just said something to you, aren't you going to respond? And I just kind of turned back to the group, and I just am like, what?
You've been picturing like slaughtering.
This is pointless. Why are we even helping these people? Let's just find some stuff to make us stronger. Let's go deeper into hell, and let's just single-handedly kill this Eye of Pelor. Simple as.
I must say, I agree.
Well, big man swings for the fence.
I'm gonna walk up to Benkuhm and look up at him because I have to look up.
Your friend have known for so many years, yeah.
With a bit of a terse look and be like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm actually gonna ask him for his have I noticed a not a behavior, but
Yeah.
Here is reacting to a behavior change. So I don't know. It's not meta to be like, are we reacting to how weird and douchey Benkuhm is acting? Because he's been acting weird and douchey.
Well, and Bela, you've known him for years
For-
and years.
Yeah.
I care
Sorry,
about
Darmita,
going to
sorry.
be her.
I care about people. Right before I went to hell, one of my bonds was like, let's break people out of jail. And now I'm like, I don't give a shit about these people. So.
that's
Yeah.
that's why I was kind of like, and you said it earlier, and I let it slide.
Well, you were
But-
busy.
I was a little busy then, but now I'm not, and I wanna pull on that thread.
Sure.
You walk up to me. I mean, we're all like within 5, 10, 15 feet of each other. So
Well,
yeah,
imagine you can have it off to the side, or you can have it all in front of the group. It's up to you.
it's better that
You
this
have
is
time.
happening
Yeah.
to face for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I go Darmita on his ass, like how I would be when we first got together, and I felt like I had to, you know.
Yeah, rein me in because I wasn't really paying attention. I think even without a insight check, just based on like the length of our relationship, of knowing like Benkuhm, most of the time when you look at him, he kind of has a subservience thing where he's more willing to take orders and directive. So usually when you try to bend him, he'll kind of like go to your will, like, oh yeah, you want to go east instead of west, like, okay, but like, you know, you convinced me just by looking at me. But there's no give in his eyes. There's no give from the relationship that we've had. He doesn't seem to recognize what he knows about each of you that well. And
Huh. Oh dear. Oh dear.
So what did you do, Darmita? You just walked up and looked at Benkuhm, or did you say something?
She did say something.
I asked him what the hell's literally going on with him.
I think I responded that with, what, Darmita? Upset you didn't get to shoot enough devils today? You're in hell. Enjoy it. I turned around the room, kind of like looking at them. You enjoy this? Sitting in your own filth? You disgust me. And I use Aura of Dread from my greatsword to shock the entire room around me.
Nice.
No cap on how many people. So if I'm swarmed by people, that's like 50 saves. So all I have to do is make an intimidation check, really.
All right, go ahead and make
Do
an
we get a
intimidation
save? What's
check.
going on? How does this work?
What's the range on it?
That's 30 feet.
There's probably a lot of people within. Well, there's probably about not that many. I mean, the whole chamber is about 100 feet by 100 feet, so it's like being in a gymnasium almost, but lower ceiling,
Like
vaulted.
And I shout at the people.
All right, so let me just find that. Dread Aura. Where is
Oh,
that?
I really wish I could use my luck point on this one.
I'm all out of luck points
You get
now.
to radiate a aura of dread for 1 minute. Any creature hostile to you must make a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they're frightened until the end of the turn.
Shit.
And
It
you were
can only
declaring
happen
everyone
once.
hostile?
I think my understanding was 30 feet. People are obviously, you know, enemies around me, right? And because I would want to target enemies, and I thought it read compete my intimidation with like everybody surrounding insight, more or less.
That sounds more
And,
fun, but how about you just make an intimidation roll just for the shits of it?
Yeah. I don't think I want you to roll 50.
No, I'm not going to. I'll just do it.
Right, but I want to roll.
Yeah.
I would love to see how we react.
Yeah,
We're the important people.
You're all
We're
within
the PCs.
that range. Yeah. So go ahead and make your.
Jesus.
That was a natural one.
Wow.
I mean, it's the sword, right?
Yeah, it's the sword gives me this ability.
So what is it we're rolling again?
5. Oh, I thought you said against. Sorry.
Anybody has to roll. It's really just the exertion of my force, more or less. I don't think I have any sway over these people.
Here's the thing: you totally bomb your intimidation check, as it's more like a tantrum rather than an intimidating situation. But the magic within the sword could still have an effect with those near and dear to you, or actually opposite of near and dear to you. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw, everyone at the table.
Boom. 16.
Felice,
Mhm.
you are frightened of Benkuhm in this current moment, even though he's kind of pathetic.
Cool. That is a
Bela?
little farther than I would have said. It's what they do not.
You
All
are
right,
as well.
whatever you say.
Fenris. Sorry,
Not
Darmita.
frightened.
You were frightened. Fenris, you were not frightened with the crit. In fact, Fenris, for a few seconds, something weird kind of happens. Yes. Yes, do you speak Abyssal? Sorry, not Abyssal.
You mean
do you
Infernal?
speak Infernal?
Yes.
Still a
Okay.
Vindigo, by the way.
In fact, actually, I do believe I speak both common, abyssal, and infernal.
Because you're like Shadow Sword or whatever.
It's part of kind of like.
You can't
background,
quite
but yeah.
make out what the words are, but when Benkuhm was having his meltdown, only Gordon, managed to see through that. And you heard another voice almost trying to puppet his voice, like an echo, leading him. And just a half a beat before he spoke, this other voice spoke, and he echoed it.
Okay. I am going to say to Benkuhm, I'm going to try to persuade him and say, Benkuhm, you have been cursed. There is something that is an entity that is manipulating you. It could be the sword or something. I sense it and I hear it.
Do not listen to them. They are trying
And I'm going to try to persuade you. It is trying to destroy you from within.
He will rise, we will defeat them, and you will free me. You have promised your soul
Fight
to
it.
me.
Fight it. You're a fighter, Benkuhm. You're stronger than this.
Don't be
What
a
is it?
fool.
Is it the sword? Is it the chains? It's affecting you now. I don't know if I can roll persuasion, or I don't know like what it is, but I'm trying to reach out to Benkuhm because I know that he's not like this. And I know specifically now that there's something magical, an intelligence that is trying to control him. And I'm trying to help him break free of it without being, without trying to attack or cast a spell against him or anything like that. So I don't know if this gives Benkuhm like a will save or I don't know, like how you want to do that.
Your words, as moving as they are, Benkuhm, you hear your professed leader speaking. You also hear this other voice echoing in your head, promising you lots. Everything you can imagine.
Murder.
The chains digging painfully into your arms. The sword. Where do you keep it? On your back? Just carry it in your hand?
I really like to think that I'm just so tall. I treat it like a scabbard that's just cut a little bit loose.
Nice.
Like you guys. And I guess I don't know. I'm just super cool. I woke up like this, but I think a little bit more realistic. It would be more of like a sword that I would be like.
All right, so you feel it thrumming like just vibrating on your back a little bit against
I
you.
instinctively bring my hand to like the hilt, and I just kind of like like pet it, stroke it, I guess, and I look at Fenris, I look at Darmita, I look at Felice, who's probably in a different room figuring out a different puzzle.
I mean, you scared me, but it's one of those like, I'm gonna stay here, not I'm gonna run away scares, right? Yeah.
And
They're trying to stop us.
I say,
You must kill them.
damn it. Say,
Go ahead. That voice is me.
I say, do you remember that first fight, Golden Eyes? That stone giant?
I just
Taking a
nod my head.
You saw me in my full glory stand after a mountain had fallen on me. You need me more than I need you. Remember that when you take your next hit. And I walk.
Sorry. But you're gonna stop.
And I just kind of turn and I brush past Fenris and whatever chivalrous attitude he has towards me. And I make my way towards the I guess southern tunnel, maybe southern lip. Like, I need to be cool. I need to walk away from this. Is kind of
Absolutely. And you walk
Though
away.
they can't
Yeah.
curse me, and I don't want to listen to them, and I want to hurt them. Is kind of the goal.
Darmita. You've been through
Thanks.
a lot. But you've never seen him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fenris, I think I would notice if he was cursed. It is something I think I'm quite adept at noticing.
Oh,
The
he's.
territory.
It's the sword.
Mm-hmm. It's been ever since we got down here.
He's stroking it. I heard a voice. Yeah, he's stroking his hidden lord sword.
HL.
I killed a giant with a boat. I don't need a sword. It can't control me.
Yes, he has been stroking his hidden lord sword. And he's moody. And
Stroking
he's not behaving the same way.
Darmita,
King
you
Adela.
may be the only person to help release him.
It's a difficult time when a Goliath goes through puberty, I'll tell you.
He's an adolescent boy.
And I think with that, we're gonna call it a night.
Probably should. Yeah, probably.
You
Yeah.
guys, just as a little bit of housekeeping, you have
You guys
a
leave?
long rest,
Yeah, okay.
and in the morning you can decide. Well, you can do more before then if you want, but
I mean, what I would say is, yeah, I want
to
a long rest, but I think like we're gonna have a bit of a like take turns keeping watch for devils, keeping watch for Benkuhm, and I'm basically gonna tell like Darmita, like, we need to get that sword away from him. I don't want to get into a confrontation, but it's your friend is cursed. Like, our friend is cursed.
Oh, I agree. And
oh,
yep. If you hadn't done that first, I was gonna necrotic shroud you.
yeah. I was like, man, if I do this, she's just gonna. And then you got frightened, and I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Uh,
Roll.
Yeah.
You were getting a necrotic shroud.
It was funny because we were just looking at your like Aasimar stuff during the break because we were talking about the light cantrip, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's like this fallen Aasimar. Oh, okay, transformation 1 minute, and then I was like, oh shit, I pretty much have your effect, like the frighten effect, more or less.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's the going to do it because I was gonna do, but the thing is, Todd, and that is an interesting thing because I read it the exact same way that Trent reads it. With my necrotic shroud, it's anybody.
Oh, that's right. It can be allies too.
Yeah, which is why I'm very careful to use it. Now, my question would be an ally who's seen it before.
I'd probably give them advantage.
Okay, advantage.
Yeah, yours is very specifically like
Which would suck because Benkuhm
everyone.
have advantage against it because he's seen it.
I mean,
I've seen it.
probably without actual spells to like stop me. I think if I raged, it's possible I could take all three of you guys on if there's no like environmental
I
Well,
can banish you.
yeah, there you go. See, that's winning, right? I'm just saying it's a tough call because it's like shit. I really thought hard about like what to say at the end because I was like, how do I, because they solve all the problems.
you hit things. No, you are.
But Benkuhm is the smartest member of the party, and
It's
we
true.
need him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the episode name. Stroking
Gemini
the Sword of
underscore
the
twin.
HL.
Said. Episode title suggestions. Troubles with Goliath puberty.
Man. Trent, you just
Or
raised
possess
this
sword
episode from,
stroking
like,
nonsense.
A little bit, yeah, la 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 la, kill some devils, da da da. Oh, there's a commander. We'll figure something out. To like now, it's like, oh,
Now you gotta walk with a party member you don't trust. Oof.
Oh,
Done.
this is like,
sorry to interrupt, guys. This is wonderful stuff. Gemini did, however, speak. I don't know if you guys heard. He's got a great episode title suggestion: "Troubles with Goliath puberty" or "Possessed sword stroking nonsense."
I like good one to be
That's
Like the
pretty
fir-
good.
possess sword stroking nonsense. I feel like it's so weird on so many levels.
I feel like
I would have just said maybe like hidden lord troubles.
In levels, the simplicity, yes. Always
I
better.
love it. Yep. And you guys are also welcome to either spin off of that idea or suggest your own for titles. Anyone else in chat, if you want to jump in, we can have a good old-fashioned title suggestion throwdown.
Goliath.
Sorry, was that your voice
Catch
cut out?
that.
Oh, I just said the secret life of a teenage Goliath.
I like it. Are you
What's the maturation rate of Goliaths? I don't know.
Are you there, Hidden Lorne? It's me, Margaret.
Enough.
Oh, that would be
Uh,
too funny.
Or what's the puberty book? Like, you know the one?
Me, Margaret. It's me, Benkuhm.
Yeah, it's me, Benkuhm. Are you there, Hidden Lord? It's me, Benkuhm.
Oh,
Yep, I think that did it for me. Ah, that's funny stuff.
Dude, jeez.
Brent, you got to make it to like our next game then, right? Like this is going to be interesting.
I'm good for the rest of August. I might go.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
Nice.
it's going to be a game time decision whether I'm back for next Tuesday. I think I will be. I think I'll be back for next Tuesday, but I will have to let you guys know on the Discord and internet. I will let you know on Instagram. I need to do more of that. I missed that. Don't forget to check out Darcy's Instagram too. He's much more active than I am.
Great artist.
I'm also slipping on it. Yeah.
Slipping. Well, it's the summertime in the city, you know, and out
Yeah.
of the city. But thanks for the game.
both doing better than me because I don't have one.
Well,
Then you're doing the best,
you're
actually.
free. You are free
Yeah.
from the mindless scroll. We're all cursed. We all have an item.
Okay, let's
that's
not go
telling us
there.
to do things. All right. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Thanks for playing, guys. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see
Bye.
where we go next.
Yeah, no, I super love this episode. Great job, everybody.
Yeah, thanks. And also, the people on stream didn't know, but we had a little chat afterwards to just try to aim. And I have goals, and I think you guys have some goals. And I feel like this, for me anyway, felt like it went really a little bit closer to what I would like it to go, which cover a little more ground, get some RP, a little bit of combat, but don't belabor it, that kind of thing. So that's
It's good.
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
all right. Well, thanks very much, everybody. We'll say goodnight then and go to credits if I can find the freaking button. Thanks again so much for Gemini, and for followers. We got subs, Grimdor recently, Rolls with Advantage, Yaufen, thanks so much, and everybody else in chat, and lurkers and watchers and people watching on and podcasts and stuff. So check out our stuff if you want to check the backlog. And thanks for a minute. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Right.
Hey, Trent, you want to take us out with your radio guy?
All right, and could I get reminded again of Dreams and Shadows? We're back, trying to make sure that everybody is
Gemini
just enchanted
_
by
twin
this new Kickstarter on
said,
its way to the
y'all
shops.
have a goon
Now,
eye.
keep in mind that if you go to your local Home Depot, you will not find this fucking board game. But if you end up stopping at Spielhaus or any of the places you like going to board game at, well, you're in for a fucking doozy. Gordon, what's the name of this new and improved board game on Kickstarter?
Lost Ones. Thank you for the intro on that again.
Lost Ones, Lost Ones, Lost Ones.
Here, I'll do the spooky voice.
Oh my god, you're killing me.
Lost Ones.
Kickstarter.com, Lost Ones.
Yeah, thanks very much, everybody. Thanks again. And Gemini, you have a good night as well. All right. Bye,
Gemini.
everybody. We'll see you later.